Hello, welcome to Words and Personality.
Man, you gotta let me know. I'm just sitting there,
Yeah, it don't matter.
and it's your boy Big Daddy Mo.
I don't need this no more.
What?
I was going to put up a picture of Denzel, but I was like, you know what? Whatever, we're probably going to talk about Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson. Just make it all about the greats.
I don't feel like just having like a man's picture.
Yeah,
right there.
that's what I was thinking about. It's just like, it could be a giant head. Like if you've seen some of my videos, there's a giant head of one of the actors just like feels uncomfortable every now and then looking over and seeing that. Just like, I think I'm being judged.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know. I don't watch your videos.
Yeah, of course. If they're like a Ryan Reynolds, I'm just like handsome guy. You got to say that. I mean, they look fine.
Cause I remember I was getting ready to. I'm like, oh yeah, you posted the trailer. The review for Nobody. And I was like, wait a minute, don't watch it because I got to do mine too.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting there reciting you word for word. It's a slow burn. I'm like, damn it, I can't say that now. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, because that's what. Wait, that's not about that movie.
We're talking about Denzel. Unless Denzel is in Nobody. Hey,
that would have been cool.
Right?
That would have been cool.
See what?
That's the thing.
Why? Okay, Denzel. They gave Denzel an action movie, which I'm going to talk about with The Equalizer.
Yep.
Because it's on the second movie, they can easily build a franchise on that. But it's not all that good.
Yeah. Imagine if instead of Bob Odenkirk, it was Denzel Washington.
We did say that we were talking about Denzel Washington, right?
Well, I said Denzel Washington, but I didn't want to put a picture up because let's face it, we were just talking about Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson.
Honestly,
so maybe we'll rope them in.
As much as I love Bob Odenkirk and just in general,
yeah, I like him.
Denzel, absolutely.
Well, Denzel's one of those beloved. I've never. The only thing I've ever seen him in that I didn't really care for was Out of Time, because it hurt me when Denzel was being used. It literally hurt me. I mean, that's my boy. I love that guy, and he was being like, I don't care if he cheated on his wife or anything. He was being used, and I wanted to kill the woman who used him. I wanted to go after her.
I feel like the only movie of his that I like legit was just like, nah, I'm good. It was Equalizer 2.
Yeah.
Because the first one was like, it was cool. It was good.
The first one made no sense.
But it was, as far as like Denzel like jumping back into another action movie, I'm like, it was cool. The second one, I was just like, bro, we're sitting there dealing with him as an Uber driver. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like all the fights, it's like just not even fights.
Which one was the Home Alone one? Where he basically...
First one.
Okay, yeah. Returned the entire factory into a Home Alone, which basically nobody did.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, yeah. That's the first thing I thought about. Okay,
yeah, it just like they turned it into a Home Alone situation.
Yeah.
But... Denzel Washington, I've always loved him as an actor, and it's just like even like Training Day, great movie of his. He's the bad guy, but you can't help but love him.
Yeah,
it's a love-hate thing. But when he was used in Out of Time, I hated that movie because he was being used. He was like an innocent guy who ended up falling in love with the wrong person and then was toyed with. It's just like, you can't do that to Denzel. You can't. You can see him as a drunk in like Flight and Man on Fire, and you can still love him. Every single one, he's great. It just Out of Time, it just didn't work for me.
Yeah. What was the first? Because I mean, I feel like if you're black, the main actors you love, Denzel.
Everybody,
Freeman,
no,
Sam
everybody
Jackson.
loves Denzel.
Yeah, but I mean, like, bro, like in my family, like Denzel. That's why I hate that my mom's was dead. Because I almost met Denzel. If I had met him and let my mom know, ooh, you met Denzel? Same thing with grandma. Ooh, I could see her doing that. Like, bro, like everybody loves Denzel. I like him as a person, and I love him as an actor. I hope he doesn't retire by the time I get into the movie business, because I would love to do a movie with him, bro. Like what's that guy? He was also in Equalizer 2. The kid.
Oh yeah.
Because there was a. They were on the red carpet, and then all of a sudden they're sitting there interviewing him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, look, there's Denzel," and he goes and talks to him and all that, like, "Hey yo, like, you know, like, you're my idol. I look up to you. Actually, just got cast in a movie that you're doing." You're like, "Oh yeah, see you at work." I'm like, I can't wait for him to say something like that to me. Like, "All right, bro, see you at work tomorrow." Yeah, but you got to do the Denzel point, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You go to the point. You go to the, like, what does he say every movie?
I can guarantee it.
Yeah, it guarantees everything.
You want to do this video? I can guarantee that they would love this video.
Like, one thing I realized, because I was watching Inside Man, I was watching John Q, I was watching basically anything of Denzel Washington, and I realized he isn't exactly an actor.
Because he's like the same, and he's like the same in every role.
Yeah, he plays the same character in every movie. It's just he puts that character as a drunk. He'll put him as an abusive boyfriend, a crooked cop. It's the same guy, just in a different role.
Because you can't tell. Because he honestly, like, yeah, his. I feel like he's, yeah, because I feel like I love him as an actor. But I feel like he's somewhat kind of like the same in damn every movie.
Yeah,
he does the same stuff.
Same
the pointed
quotes, the same looks, everything.
It's kind of like Owen Wilson. Wow, you have a montage of him saying "wow." You have a montage. Look, we legit watched the montage of Denzel Washington like 3 days ago. I can guarantee you. Oh,
with the
what's
points?
the movie? Yes, the points. What was the movie I just watched? Like 5 minutes of He was like, it was like in the army. I don't know, like if he was like a sergeant or something. Was it The Siege? Is that the Bruce Willis one?
No, the Siege. Yeah, Siege had Bruce Willis.
That's the one when he's on the boat. Well, anyway.
Crimson.
Okay, so I saw The Siege then. I don't know what it was. Anyway,
The Siege is when they're in New York and it's
so I saw
held
something
hostage.
Else. He had like a couple of those movies that all kind of felt the same back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just watching and all of a sudden
Crimson Tide. That's the submarine movie.
Okay, and then all of a sudden I can guarantee you, and he just did everything that he's known for right there. I was like, wow, Denzel.
Yeah,
but
it was in his contract. He probably it was like, let's throw it in this spot.
But yeah, there's a montage of him saying, I can guarantee you that. I was like, God, he really says that a lot. But as far as his acting abilities, like I like him as an actor. He definitely deserved an Oscar for Training Day. I feel like a lot of his movies he deserves those awards. But I just feel like he's kind of like the same in every movie.
Well, but that's the thing. It works as long as you put him either as the main focus or a counterpoint to someone else. Like in Two Guns, that one worked because we had Marky Mark. At the opposing side.
I feel like he need more roles like that, or at least work with people like that. Because with Mark Wahlberg, he was more chill and goofy, and then Denzel was more like relaxed.
Yeah,
that was what was cool. It wasn't none of that. He was just like, it ain't there. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of his better movies because
I'm watching Two Guns later.
Yeah, Two Guns and Safe House, because he's basically the bad guy in Safe House, but you can't help but love him because it's him and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
it's not like the what is it called with Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds?
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah, it's not that, but it's still great to watch because it's Ryan Reynolds in a serious role, and Denzel Washington basically being a fugitive of justice.
Bruh, Ryan Reynolds basically did the same movie with two of the biggest actors.
Yep.
Safe House and Hitman's Bodyguard.
But Hitman's Bodyguard is the comedic side.
And Safe House is the more serious one.
Yeah. But I loved it because now we're getting a sequel to the Hitman's Bodyguard.
And we was actually supposed to get a sequel to Safe House.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a prequel. Which I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, because honestly, you can't have them both come back and never have, or would it have just been a Denzel Washington movie?
Yeah.
Or it just wouldn't have worked.
Because, I mean, you could have showed him in, like, the CIA and then, like, kind of see, like, how it all started to fall apart.
Yeah.
But just the fact that we kind of know how it's going to end is just trash.
Yeah, kind of like the whole Black Widow situation. Why do we need a movie? We know her story's going to end. But, yeah, Denzel, I mean, like, one of his best roles, one of his most emotionally impactful roles for me would be John Q.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, a father willing to do anything for his son, kill him. Like, that's the point. It builds to the point where he's willing to take out his own life. The gun was empty, everything. He pulls the trigger, safety's on. But one thing I got to point out.
Hey, I love the part he's like, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
It's just like man, something to drink.
Yeah, it's just like he's going to take out his own life. It don't matter. He's about to swallow the bullet.
Yeah, that's all I kept thinking about. Like, bro, you about to die. You think about thirsty.
Yeah.
Like, there's a vending machine. Go and break into the vending machine.
Remember, previously he did have the barrel of the gun in his mouth when he was threatening the.
So his mouth got dry.
Yep. he was sucking on that straw. Yeah. So, but it's like one of those things. He was being a very great father, willing to kill himself for the role. But one thing I did want to mention is when he pulls the trigger. You know how it clicks and everything. A gun, when it's on its safety, doesn't do that. The trigger doesn't budge at all.
Bro.
It's a safety.
But so it's for dramatic purposes.
It's just like, oh, safety's on. I was like, the safety's not on.
Would you rather hear, oh, the safety's on, or, oh, the safety's on? It's for dramatic purposes. It makes it more like, woo, because let's be real, they just standing around and, you don't hear nothing. Did he do it yet? And then you hear him, it's like, okay.
One thing they could have done is puts the bullet in the magazine and puts it in the round. And then when he pulls the trigger, because it's technically not loaded yet, because you need to cock back the magazine originally to load the first bullet, because every time you pull the trigger, it loads it. The chamber racks and loads itself. So technically, they could have done it that way, where the first time you pulled the trigger, it was loading the bullet. The bullet wasn't actually in the chamber. Instead of doing this whole thing, which actually doesn't... See, this is the thing. I find one problem and I run with it.
Yeah, because at the end of the
I
day,
love
bro,
the movie.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, bro. John Q is still alive.
Just like the HMO thing, the HMO, or no, not the HMO, that kid. The fact that there's always healthcare for kids, always in the United States, there is always a hand out there for them.
And in the words of the late great Bernie Mac, "Fuck them kids."
Oh my gosh!
But
yeah, his roles have been amazing.
Have you ever seen one of his? You've seen his movies in theaters? Yeah, because we saw Equalizer together.
Yeah.
No homo. What was the first one you seen in theaters?
I think it was Inside Man.
Oh, 06? Okay.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I actually didn't go to the movie theaters that often growing up. Remember, I'm dirt poor.
Yeah.
I'm more poor than you, dude. Yeah, growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know the joke that Dave Chappelle does, where he's basically talking about his parents were wealthy enough to be poor in a rich neighborhood.
Okay, yeah.
That's basically my family situation.
Okay. Wow.
I grew up poor.
Oh well, yeah, I forgot because your brothers had to do chores to or whatever, like odd jobs to gather up money to buy a system.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's like
and I was growing up in the hospital, so it's all hit or miss. So.
Okay, so never mind.
And my parents wanted to take us to private school, which honestly didn't do anything for me because I was always sick. It was a waste of cash right there.
Y'all went to private schools?
Mm-hmm. So that's why we were surrounded by the rich kids. You know, you're
is that why one of your brothers just spend? Is that why two of your brothers spend money like it's nothing, bro? Bro, funny. I gotta tell them.
No. So, hey, some are filthy rich. Okay, they've made it out of the gutter.
Oh no, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. The majority of them.
Yeah,
are.
props. But you already know what I was about to talk about.
Yeah. So
I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah, just don't spend money. Just don't spend money.
Don't spend. Yeah. If you don't get it, don't.
But this is about Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. How did I get off that?
We're talking about poor. I asked you about.
Oh yeah. The first movie. Yeah, because I didn't go to the movies that often.
Okay, see, the first time I saw him in theaters was Hurricane, and I remember we go up there. It was me, my sister, a friend, and then we went to the drive-in, and we get there at the end of next Friday, and I'm like, already seen it on bootleg. But I'm like, well, I want to watch it next Friday, and then all of a sudden we start watching this movie called The Hurricane. I'm just like, why am I? I wanted to see next Friday, but I'm just sitting there the entire time. They're asleep, and I'm just like, hey, yo, this movie's actually not bad. Get it on VHS, bro. Became one of my favorite Denzel movies, and I got it now, and I watched it like first time in years, and that movie is amazing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Now, you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, I've gone back to some of his earlier work, and I haven't really found anything that I've considered bad. I still haven't seen Fallen.
You never seen Heart Condition, though, have you?
No, I still haven't seen Heart Condition.
Okay, I told you what it's about, right?
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, it stars Bob Hoskins, the person that did one of the best video game movies of all time, Super Mario Brothers.
Oof, I love that movie.
he's a cop or detective or whatever, but his diet, his eating habits are just trash. He's always drinking, smoking, eating bad. And then Denzel's kind of like a crooked lawyer. Bob Hoskins has a heart attack. He goes in, he needs a heart transplant. Come to find out, he gets it from Denzel Washington because Denzel got killed in, I think, like a drive-by or whatever. And then when he gets that heart, he can now see the ghost of Denzel. So basically, the entire movie, they're trying to solve Denzel Washington's murder, and it's a comedy. And after that movie, bombed, he fired his agent. That's why we don't see him in comedies like that no more. It bombed, and I actually enjoyed it because it's Denzel as a ghost.
Because when you were explaining, I was like, "Wait a minute, he's solving the ghost." And when you finally said it's a comedy, I was like, "Okay, it sounds like it would actually work as long as it's a comedy." Because if you're trying to go for something serious, that wouldn't work.
I mean, you got Bob Hoskins trying to eat a burger, and then you got Denzel Washington kind of like just grabbing it, like, "No, bro, this is my heart. You gonna use it right?" I bought that. Yes, I bought it.
Oh my gosh, I need to watch that one.
Yes, you do, bro. It's Denzel in a comedy, bro.
Because on his earlier work, I have never really come across anything that I considered, like, I watched Crimson Tide for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was basically with Gene Hackman basically two completely different point of views. The smart one, which is of course Denzel Washington, because he can easily portray that role, and then the military, the strong, completely military drone, which was Gene Hackman. Completely two different, well-educated and then military indoctrinated, going at odds on a submarine, naval submarine, which was gonna launch nuclear missiles into Russia. And I actually thought it was really amazing. It was a civil war on a ship. Both parties were committing mutiny on each other. Even though Denzel Washington was in the right, the captain, when he finally started to mutiny, called Denzel Washington's takeover of the ship a mutiny.
See, I never cared for those type of movies like with submarines, and I don't know, something about them being on a boat is just trash. I never cared for like boat movies except Boat Trip.
Yeah, they're all
and Titanic.
Hey, who wrote it? I forgot. Yeah, they're all basically the same.
They're like Navy SEALs, right?
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
they're Navy SEALs. They're dealing with water stuff.
Yeah, you don't know how to swim.
Yeah, because Navy SEALs deal with water type stuff, right?
Yeah, even land though.
But it's mostly every time we see them is always in water.
No, not always.
What movies?
What was it in?
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't in Two Guns Mark Wahlberg is a Navy SEAL?
Yeah, and what is crap? What's
damn.
Air Force One. Air Force One. The Navy SEALs are the ones who go in to capture the president of whatever it is. Yeah, that's
you overcooking my grits, man. You overcooking my grits. But I don't know. It was something like the second I saw it was like on a ship, a submarine, or whatever. I'm like, nah, not for me.
Yeah, but honestly, out of the great classic, well, black actors, let's face it, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson. I guess those two are the two main ones. Morgan Freeman, I think, is before their time, correct? Even though they technically did get famous all around the same time.
You talking about like age wise?
Not age wise. I mean,
or just like in movie wise.
In movie wise, they all became popular around the same.
Yeah. Like I want to say 90s.
Yeah, because Morgan Freeman even was. I don't think he was doing much beforehand.
80s, no. I think all of his fame came. Spike Lee. So let's say 90s, because Spike Lee got really started popping in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, Jungle Fever. Sam Jackson was that crackhead or whatever in Jungle Fever, and then boom, because he was doing small stuff, and then that's when he came up.
His best role was in True Romance. You got to admit, that was his best role.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman, what bleeding?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that movie in a
while. No, where he's talking about going down and they're bleeding. Yeah, that's like the most descriptive, most raunchy thing I've ever heard.
That's where Eden Ass started. Sam Jackson and True Romance.
Oh, it was just like,
but I want to say Morgan Freeman, Sam Jackson, and Denzel all came around the same time.
Yeah,
the homo.
So because those are basically the three greats. I can't really think of anyone else who made a name around that time, black wise, who was any good, or at least stayed.
I can't think of nothing right there. Those are like those are the top three
because they stuck around. Mm-hmm. They have really stuck around. No one else has really kept up with that.
Yep.
And even, heck, I can't think of any white actors. Of course, that's considered racist.
But like the majority of them are all fucking white.
Yeah, but the thing is, none of them can really compare to the type of roles that they have done. I mean, heck, and most white actors tend to get a ton of crappy movies in their belt.
I think Leo's a better actor than Denzel.
I don't think so.
Really, bro? Doesn't he actually?
Well, okay.
He
can act. You still got to see. No, one of his best roles still is the Man in the Iron Mask.
I started to see that, but
yeah, because you could see how he's playing two completely different characters.
But like a lot of Leo's roles are like different from another one.
Yeah,
but like, you'll never see you'll never see Washington. You know, where's Mama?
Yeah,
that sounded so bad. Why did I do that?
You went full retard.
No, I didn't. If I did, I was gonna be like, stop.
Yeah, you never go full retard.
God damn it, Robert Downey Jr.
But it's funny. You know what though? I gotta say, he did and Robert Downey Jr. Best, a great black actor right there.
Speaking of that, I was lit watching Radio again. Well, you know what? Cuba Gooding Jr. I can talk about him because he's an American Gangster. He went full super mega. He went full retard. In Radio.
I think that's honestly what killed most of his career.
And he was probably sitting there just filming the movie. Where's my pie? I'm gonna get an Oscar for this. That's what goes. You're gonna give me an Oscar for this. And then he saw those Razzies, the 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, like.
Hey, don't be talking bad about Radio. That's my mom's favorite movie.
Hey, I love Radio. Check it.
I love Ed Harris.
My favorites.
I love Ed Harris.
Ed Harris is great.
Mm-hmm.
Robert. I mean, not Robert.
when he's in the girls' locker room.
Stop it! Oh my god! Stop it! I'm sorry.
It's so flagged.
That's why this movie. That's why everybody makes fun of this movie. That's why everybody makes fun of this movie because honestly, I don't have to say nothing. Robert Downey Jr. explained it perfectly in Tropic Thunder. You have to make a character relatable and likable. You can't just radio was actually like this in real life. Then don't do a movie about him.
Yeah, well, that's
because we can't relate to him. We're looking at Ed Harris' character.
Yeah, I can't relate to a retard. I just can't.
I
might know a few people who can, but I can't. Personally,
actually,
I can't.
You know what's messed up? I actually know a kid like that back in high school. That was just like radio.
We all do. I mean, I knew one, but he was bullied by the other rich kids in school.
Bro.
What?
There was a guy that came to work when I was working at Hard Rock Cafe in 2015 that came to work, and he was kind of like that, and we all called him Radio. No, I feel bad. This has nothing to do with Denzel Washington, but I feel bad. Well, one time I'm just chilling, and he hit me, somebody slapped my butt, and I turned around, get ready to swing, and I was like, oh, it's Radio. What's up, man? I'm like, okay, we good, bro.
Well, you got to admit, at least you got a nickname out of it.
Yeah, he's Radio.
Let's face it, it's normally hard to get a nickname this day and age, but if you can portray a character pretty well, I mean, you got it down pat.
Trust me, it's easy to get a nickname.
Yeah, but honestly, I was going to say, like you said, I had never actually thought of it that way. When Robert Downey Jr. explained it,
bro, are we still? We're not even talking about Denzel no more.
You brought it up, and I was like, you know what? That makes sense. That's why we will never see Denzel Washington portray that because he's not dumb enough to go down that road. So
yeah, exactly. Look at Sean Penn.
Yeah.
No, even Sean Penn. He wasn't. Sean Penn didn't even go for a retard.
Yeah, not as they explained it.
That's a wonderful choice.
Yeah, but it's like
no, he did.
I had never completely thought about it. It was like, why don't I really care for this movie? It just seems like Radio.
Oh, we're still talking about Radio.
Like, no, because it was just like until Robert Downey Jr. explained it, I was like, oh.
Because I loved it. I loved it. But ever since then, every time I watch it, it's now a complete comedy.
Yeah. It's just like, because you're watching a sane man do that role. But now that's considered cultural appropriation.
Because it's the thing. He even had it. He even gave like a little Oscar clip. Because, you know, like every time, like, Denzel Washington in Man on Fire. Oh, I'm that, that conversation between him and God. I'm the one that just arranged the meeting. Oh, Oscar. And then here go Robert Downey. Here go Cuba Gooding. This is what Cuba Gooding thought. Cuba Gooding Jr. in Radio. He's in the cart.
the most used scene.
The one where he's just like
riding in the cart with radios everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not they gonna not they gonna CGI. They're gonna CGI Razzies in his hand. Hey, Razzie in this hand. Rotten Tomatoes 0% in that hand. Yeah. Hey, do that after this.
It's funny though how Denzel Washington, to get back to Denzel Washington, is smart enough not to take a role like that. He's always been pretty smart about I think
that's why you don't see him in a movie every year or something, because he's smart with it.
I think the script doesn't read him. He actually reads the script.
Well, I got a feeling this whole thing is going to be a mix with Tropic Thunder and Denzel.
Because let's face it, everything he said now is Tropic Thunder is a
parody?
Parody on the motion pictures
itself. Yeah, about how God, stop it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey,
cast a white character.
Let's cut this out. I mean, not cut this out, but let's stop
and go back to Denzel.
Yeah, because next thing you know, we're gonna end up reviewing Tropic Thunder, and because we're already talking about like how it's a parody on this.
Yeah,
let's get back to Denzel.
Let's go back to Denzel.
Okay, as far as like hits and misses, it's rare. I would never say, oh man, movie. Okay, because I said Equalizer 2 is trash, but that's because it just wasn't. I'm not gonna call it trash. It was It's a movie that I would not buy. If it's on TV, I wouldn't even watch. I probably wouldn't even watch it on TV. I go to YouTube, watch like 2 clips from the movie I like, from the scenes I like, and that's it. But for the movies that I've seen of his, that is my least favorite.
Well, I gotta say that's the same thing. But for me, it's the whole Equalizer entirely, because the first one made no sense. He tries to pay a guy to get a girl free, only to incite an entire like a whole fighting situation, only to pay the girl the money in the end to run and hide. So
I thought he would just. Yeah, he did say like start a new life or whatever.
Why didn't he just give the money to her in the first place and not even get involved in the whole situation? Because they wanted to create a ton of action scenes.
And it's Russians. I'm pretty sure you can find like a Russian that's connected to this. Nigga, don't forget, every time I go somewhere, oh yeah, I'm from Detroit too. What school you go to? Went to Southeastern. Me too. You know Tony? Yeah, that's my cousin. I can't tell you how many times I go somewhere and I know somebody from Detroit. So you take out that whole little crew or whatever, and then boom, she can go somewhere. Like, oh yeah, she meets a Russian. It's like, them niggas are dead, so we good. But I mean, I feel what you're saying.
It's just one of those things. For me, it's just
it wasn't as boring as the second one though.
Yeah, the story just didn't ever sit, which is why I could never actually follow it. Like, I love the John Wick movie, but they doubled down on John Wick's hurtness in the first 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. It was his dead wife, and then his dog was killed. We had no emotional development at all.
For Denzel?
No, for John Wick. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife dies, and then his dog is killed.
Was Denzel in that?
No.
Okay, so what are you talking
about?
But
I'm just trying to relate it to the fact that it just jumps straight into the action, and there's no real emotional build-up.
With John Wick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the dog!
Yeah, I mean, I love dogs.
Hey, peep this. Because I got so much stuff I want to say about John Wick too. We can say that for like a whole podcast.
They are coming out with 2 more movies.
Yeah, and nobody could be part of the whole franchise.
Well, now that they've kicked off the writer,
yeah,
I doubt that that'll ever happen.
Yeah, they fucked up on that.
So the only good writer who's basically written masterpieces,
John Wick could be part of the whole MCU, Falcon and Winter Soldier,
since he's written like 2 of the best episodes they've got so far.
Yep.
But back to Denzel.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, it wasn't okay because Equalizer 2. I found it extremely boring.
Well, yeah.
The first one, I thought could have been better, but it still has some dope moments. For me, I said that movie was cool. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Home Alone scene, and I liked the villain. The villain Teddy. I thought the villain was cool. The villain Pedro Pascal in the second one, he was trash. I thought he was a trash villain. God, that movie sucked.
Yeah,
that movie. Okay, that's the only movie.
Everything has Pedro Pascal now.
Yeah.
Gosh dang,
bro. Because next thing, bro. Let's think with
Denzel. Yeah,
because we can get off topic so quick.
Yeah, but I need to talk about when Denzel does a great movie. There are normally 3 directors he works with: Spike Lee and the 2 Scotts.
Yep.
Let's face it. I mean, because even Unstoppable, I've seen that like twice, and I actually do enjoy it.
So actually, it's a good movie.
I actually do enjoy it.
I bought it, and I still haven't watched it.
Is it based off a true story? I don't believe it is.
I heard it. Oh, cause it says that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then again,
did they say it's based or inspired?
And based off a true story, I think. Because remember, so does Fargo.
Yeah, but Fargo's not.
It's complete
and so does
American Hustle. American Hustle says the same.
Oh no! I actually looked that up though. If anything, is probably inspired, but I think that it did actually happen.
Yeah, but it's just like
so does the Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things. Like even I said in my review, I'm too lazy to look it up. You can look it up.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now.
Because it's just like I enjoyed him in that role because he's basically playing someone who's being fired. And
spoiler, I didn't know he was getting fired.
Dude, we're talking about Denzel here.
I guess
and it's Denzel Washington and Chris Pine.
I didn't start liking Chris Pine until
so what?
Probably Horrible Bosses too.
Oh my gosh,
he was awesome in that movie.
He was like, "I get the medal." It's like he's like, let me sit in that spot. Yeah. Let me sit in that spot. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice.
And then we're gonna be getting that. Was it the money train? Choo 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 choo.
Yeah.
All right, can we stop sucking each other's dicks first?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but
Chris Pine was great in that role. But yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing.
The reason I didn't want to see it is because it looked. I don't know. It looked dumb.
Yeah, it looks very dumb.
Because there was a scene where I saw. Okay, I don't know. I just saw that Denzel running on a train, them shooting a train. I'm like, doesn't it have like some type of chemical that'll like blow blocks up, and y'all sitting there shooting at it?
Yeah. Well,
that's why I didn't want to go see it.
The thing that did make it why I don't think it's a true story is because the way they catch up to it is what they should have done in the beginning, yet they never did.
Yeah.
And even like with the chopper scene, it's just like, why do you have to slow down to 40 miles an hour for him to?
Okay. Oh, actually, it is. It's like a whole article about the train and everything.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so it is based on a true story.
Hey, it's 888. The train's number is 777.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Well, you know how they are.
I can't remember. Yeah, but it's just like I enjoyed the movie because it's Denzel Washington. He's just being Denzel Washington, and he's being someone who's about to be fired.
Okay,
So he's playing that role.
bro.
Spoilers?
No, he did the exact same thing, played the exact same role with the exact same director, and taking the fella 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well,
he
that's
was
the thing.
somebody that's about to get fired.
Well, technically, he was somebody who was
about to go to jail
under
or something.
investigation.
Yeah,
Under
same.
investigation.
They were about to fire him though.
Well, yeah,
They were about to
if
fire him regardless.
Well, they wouldn't have fired him because they wouldn't have found out the truth.
They was gonna fire homie was ready. Like, hey yo, man, take the day off. Oh yeah, but I want to stay. Nigga, take your black ass home. Go get that milk for your wife. You're done here.
Half a gallon.
Yeah.
He got half a gallon. Half a gallon. No, we need a gallon. What do we need a gallon for? I'm gonna get half a gallon. I'm gonna get half a gallon. We just need half a gallon.
Yeah, what you need a whole gallon for? Don't nobody even use milk like
Drink
that.
some milk.
every time I go to buy milk, I'm like, okay, I got 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese. Let me get like the little kids milk they serve at school.
Get that so you can just dump part of it.
Hey, and then at the end of the week, bro, it's still just sitting there.
It goes bad. Just like,
Hey,
oh, that's not good.
honestly, they should have had like the end scene where like a week later, like he's sitting there just
Spoiled
reading
milk.
it. Yeah, and he just goes in the refrigerator, and then the milk is just sitting there like that. It's like, bruh, y'all drank 1 glass of milk.
Yeah.
I almost died because of this.
But that's the thing is, like, you realize between the Scotts, Ridley Scott tends to have the more, because he was like a Man on Fire. He does a lot of the better end.
Tony Scott, he did Deja Vu, right?
Yeah, Deja Vu, Pelham, 1, 2, 3, Unstoppable.
See, there you go. He's more into like what was the first movie you said? Deja Vu. He's
Yeah.
more into like kind of like the action.
Yeah.
And then where Ridley Scott, he does like more like drama based. Because I mean,
Yeah,
he did
more-
also
more-
American Gangster.
Well, that's the thing is like it can be action, like have a ton of action, but it's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino kind of effect where the dialogue tends to drive you more than anything. Like one of the best lines in what is it, Man on Fire, is when he's basically talking to the Mexican. It's just like forgiveness is between them and God. It's my job to arrange the meeting.
Yeah, bro. I
just
love
like
that's the
whoa.
best. That's my favorite line in the movie.
Whoa.
Hey, you know what? Also, what I love about that movie. Oh,
It's
that's
a cat.
That scared the hell out of me. What I also love about that movie.
He's over there.
Okay. Is he
Oh,
trying to get
crap.
out? What?
Yeah, you keep talking about that movie. I can hear you. You be quiet, cat.
All right. So what I love about that movie, because he's gone. Is he gone? I think he left. Oh, he's right there. But basically, it's like the words on the screen how they just pop up. Like I hate when I keep hearing that. I've been hearing that all day. I'm only professional. I'm only professional. I'm only professional. I love that, and then like the words just pop up. I love their style of
Yep.
directing. That was really no. That was, who did that? Was it Ridley Scott or Tony Scott?
That was Ridley Scott.
That
I'm pretty
did
sure
Man
that
on
was with
Fire?
Ridley Scott. Look it up real quick.
Yeah, I could have. It was the style. No, when it comes to that style, it's Tony Scott.
Yeah.
With the they call it cranking the camera
Yeah,
because everything moves fast. But
you might be right because I know Ridley Scott has become more of a producer.
because I
and
kept
is-
looking at that, and I'm like, man, why do they always do that? And they say that it was called cranking the camera. $1? You want to bet $1?
You know, I ain't got money.
Oh yeah.
I barely make anything.
It's Tony Scott. Whenever you see
Okay.
that weird movement with the camera, that's Tony Scott. But
Yeah.
yeah, Man of Fire was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
that was one of the better ones. I'm surprised he did that emotionally based movie because he normally does the weaker end of the Scott movies.
Yep.
That's the thing.
You
It's
really
just like
do. Because Deja Vu, I enjoy that, but like those are like movies you can just throw away.
Yeah.
Man on Fire is like, no, we're keeping
Yep.
that. That's a classic.
yeah, because all of the Tony Scott ones is like you can watch them, you can enjoy them, but it's just like it's not important.
You're taking a pill on 1, 2, 3. You can watch it. You can enjoy it, but you can throw it away.
Yeah, I think it was actually Ridley Scott that wrote John Q. Yeah, I think that's like I watched it just a little late. I think that was the name that popped up because it was I think it was Scott Free. I watched so many of the movies back to
Scott-free?
back. Yeah, Scott Free.
Oh, saying yeah.
Yeah,
That-
c-
I don't
'cause
think
Scott Free
because
production.
Scott's definitely Scott Free production.
hmm That's their company name.
Oh, so he really is just with the Scotts.
Yeah, and occasionally with Spike Lee. But that's the thing. Anytime you want to know if Spike Lee is going to have a good movie, make sure Denzel Washington's in it.
Oh,
Because all his other ones are very politically driven. Denzel Washington tends to ride the middle, which is safe to be, which is why Spike Lee's movies with Denzel Washington seem to be the best. Because he does not, like I said, Denzel Washington must read the script first. He clearly knows what he's getting into.
you said John Q, right?
Yeah.
You
Was
said
it?
reduced it? I don't see nothing about it.
Nah.
But
I watched so many of his movies back to back.
Excuse me, sorry.
blending together.
But actually, you know what's funny? That movie actually got negative reviews.
John Q.
Yeah,
People
it's like
morons.
30%, 20 or something. I'm like, really?
That's an amazing movie.
John Q was like one of his best roles ever. I'm not gonna bury my son. My son is gonna bury me.
I mean, I get goosebumps every time.
Hey, John Q, you my hero, man.
Yeah, I did love him. The freaking woman.
Knew she wasn't no damn blind.
Yeah, that was great because it was a mix between emotion, comedy. It had everything.
Yeah,
it was a great movie, and the fact that everyone sided with John Q.
Yes, even the dude that got beat up.
Yep. Everyone sided with him.
That's how you knew it is like, because even dude that got beat up, like, bro, nah, man, you can't kill yourself. I was like, bro, everybody loves John Q. They know he's like, man.
Oh, and the part where he's like, basically, I'm gonna take your own. You're gonna take your own life for your son.
Yeah,
for women. It's just like, oh my gosh, that's a very powerful thing. He can get anything he wants at that point in time.
I'm gonna have to use that, bro. I'm gonna have to use that.
Yeah,
I got a fake. I got the fake glizzy at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to borrow like a little black kid right quick.
Because I didn't know that had such bad reviews.
Yeah, bro. I don't understand.
That is one of his stronger movies, I guess. Well, if you think about it, it came out like late '90s, right?
Oh no, like 2001.
Okay, late. So basically late '90s.
No, early 2000s.
Yeah, late 90s.
Early 2000s.
All those movies were literally the same.
Early 2000s.
Between that time period, it was.
But technically, it came out early 2000. Technically, it came out 2001.
Yeah, anything that was kind of politically leaning at that point in time didn't really fly well. But now that's the funny thing. It's like now everything's politically leaning.
Because you know how some movies like back in the day get like what's a movie Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
That movie didn't get great reviews. Honestly, it didn't even really do good at the box office. Now it's like, oh yes, it's a classic gangster movie.
Yep.
Everybody has a picture of it, or movies sometimes age better. So John Q came out today, it probably would have been looking at 80%, Rotten Tomatoes. Academy Award nominee Denzel Washington for John Q.
Yeah,
because it's in a different time. But Spike Lee and Denzel, honestly, my favorite. I saw like 20 minutes of Malcolm X. I didn't feel like watching a 3-hour movie. I know it's good. I have it, but I got to be in the mood to watch a 3-hour movie.
Well, that's why you've never seen Lord of the Rings.
I'm like, well, I saw the first one. It was bullshit. Let's not talk about
That's
Lord
the thing.
of the Rings.
It's just like it takes forever to get into. That's the problem.
I watched the entire 3-hour movie. Oh, I have to watch the second one to like it?
For it to finally get good.
I'm good.
For most people. Like, most people don't even watch the first one over again.
So basically, you're telling me I have to watch 6 hours of the Lord of the Rings to enjoy it.
Hey, they have a huge black cast. They're all the orcs.
I don't care. What? What?
Did you realize that there are no black people in Lord of the Rings?
That's probably why I don't watch it.
Except the orcs, literally.
Oh, that's racist.
I know.
But fucking guy.
Yeah.
But He Got Game is probably my favorite collaboration between the two of them, because Denzel. I mean, okay, have you seen that movie?
I have not seen that one yet. Dude, you asked me this question like a little while ago.
He Got Game?
Yeah, He Got Game. You told me I needed to see it. I still haven't had a chance to see it.
Well, okay, this one he's not the usual character because he's in jail because he accidentally killed his wife. And
How do you accidentally do that?
It was an argument. He was tussling with his son. She got in the way. He shoved her real hard. And then she hit her head. So he's in jail, and his son is now like a big time high school ball player. And the warden, wants the son for him to go to his college. So basically, they release Denzel, like let's say like a work-based program for like a good week, and he kind of has to convince his son to like go to this college, even though his son hates him.
So it's 48 hours.
It's a week, fool. It's a week.
It's basically 48 hours.
But even Ray Allen, who's a basketball player, his first movie, did a great job. Denzel was amazing. Like, everything about that movie, I just loved it. It even had Mila Jovovich in it. Yeah.
One thing I forgot, since I just brought it up, Eddie Murphy. Apparently, he would have been considered at that point in time with Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson, and Morgan Freeman.
That's what
movies coming out at that time. But
yeah,
he fell hard.
Because 82 was when he first came out with 48 Hours, first movie.
But he fell hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he just doesn't fall in the category of the greats.
Right.
Yeah. But honestly, for me, I think it would be Inside Man.
Okay, Inside Man. Okay, Inside Man was good, and then all of a sudden that ending, like after like the whole bank deal was over, then it was just like, where do y'all go from here?
I think that was there just to show you how he got, like because they were trying to explain everything. And after he escaped, I don't know why they had that whole hunt of Denzel Washington, trying to hunt, like, get the corporate entity,
Yeah,
capture him.
That's what
It
I was
made no
saying.
sense. 'Cause,
Yeah.
okay, they had taken all the diamonds out of the safe, right? They had taken everything out. So he had the ring, realized Denzel Washington was going back into the building. He assumed that Denzel Washington was going to the box. So did he go to the box? What was the guy's name? Odin or
Clive Owen?
Clive Owen, yeah. Did he go to the box to put the ring back in there and the juicy fruit and all this other stuff? Or did he leave it there to begin with, just assuming that Denzel Washington would come and look? Look before the owner of that safety deposit box. So it's one of those things. It's like, did he take the time from when he escaped the little locked office, walk in the room with all the boxes, pick the lock, both locks, because he didn't have the key, in order to put all that stuff back? Did he have time for that? No. So it was one of those things that's just like, that's like the biggest issue. Why not just leave with the ring? Why just let bygones be bygones? Why not just let it fall through the cracks like his chief basically told him to drop it? Why not just let it drop?
Yeah.
That would make more sense. Yeah, I still can't believe that movie got a sequel.
They don't count though. That's straight to DVD. I know Spike Lee had nothing to do with that.
Nobody had nothing to do with it.
You watched it,
but
or
Denzel
not?
Washington is in it.
Oh, the picture, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The picture from the original
Yeah.
Inside Man poster. Literally.
Dude, they even have that movie on his IMDb.
Yep.
No, I'm fucking with you. Well, imagine though, like, oh yeah, Denzel. Like that don't count. Actually, I want to see what this movie's. I want to see if I know Spike Lee had nothing to do with it.
I hope not.
Okay.
But then again, remember, he is hit or miss. Spike Lee is
but
definitely
I know
hit
for
or
a
miss.
fact. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Spike Lee is not.
He wouldn't
to the
touch
point-
something like that.
He wouldn't touch on straight to DVD. With.
Yeah. That was just, well, yeah.
No, he's
It's
never.
It's just crap. The whole woman heist crew, the whole... It's the same movie over again.
Okay, it's just a straight to DVD.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, for me, Inside Man is my favorite Spike Lee. Yeah, between the Scotts, I don't know. I think it would be Man on Fire,
okay.
just because.
Okay, yeah. Oh man, see, I kind of wish they did do a sequel though, a proper sequel 5 years after the previous, because basically it was gonna pick up right where the last one left off at.
Yeah,
which would have been cool.
Because technically he's still hunting. Well, he has the ring somehow, and he's trying to get crap. I always forget that.
Clive
actor.
Owen.
No, not Clive Owen. The other the old actor.
Okay. I thought you were about to say Chiwetel Ejiofor.
No.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, not Jodie Foster. The one Jodie Foster was working with, the banker.
Was it Christopher Plummer?
Yes, Christopher Plummer.
Okay. Didn't he just die?
I think so. I don't know. Old actors, you just hit or miss. It's hit or miss. I'm just gonna be mad when, what is it? Betty White dies. It's gonna be a sad day, just like when Stan Lee went. It's gonna be a Betty White is an icon, and apparently,
I'm sorry. How is she an icon? Because this is the thing. You know why I love Betty White? Just because of all the memes I see.
Yeah.
Just because of the movies. But how is she an icon?
Well,
everybody keeps saying Betty White, Betty White, Betty White.
Because she's basically been in the business like the longest out of everyone.
Name me 5 roles.
Black and white movies
and no Ryan Reynolds movies. Because I know you're gonna go straight to Proposal. Name me 5 roles besides the Golden Girls and Proposal. 5 roles.
She doesn't play actual main roles. She always plays small characters in each role.
Name me 5, not roles. I'm sorry, 5 projects, movie or show. Not Golden Girls are not Proposal. The reason I say not Proposal because of course you're going to see it. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Well, yeah, and Proposal is just great to begin
exactly.
with.
So give me 5.
Well, you saw her in Community, right?
Oh yeah, that's good.
That was great.
That's one.
Yeah, she beats the heck out of them. Yeah, that's still one of my favorites.
I'm pretty sure everybody that says she's an icon can't name 5 things she's been in.
Nah, probably not.
So I think people are just going along with it because of the internet.
Well, it's one. I think it's because she's been around for so long. Like I can't even name the older movies she's been in. I know I've seen a few of them because she went from playing like the typical I Love Lucy type role to completely comedy. Well, I used a bad because I Love Lucy was comedy, but more of a serious type thing. To then basically being the old comedic lady who seems to who everyone wants as their grandmother. That's why. Because imagine if Betty White was your grandmother. because she apparently acts in real life the way she is. Because you've seen the joke they did between Ryan Reynolds and Betty White as they hate each other.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was great.
They basically did that on the spot,
Okay.
and it's hilarious because it's just like, yeah.
All right, let's get back to Denzel. I'd cry if Denzel died.
Yeah.
I'd miss him. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. That's Denzel, bro. I love Denzel. Man, I would love to meet him. He seemed like he'd be a great guy.
Yeah. Well, he seems to be chill. I mean, that's why he basically raised Chadwick Boseman, brought him into the whole thing.
Tom Hanks can be considered an icon.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can't really.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. Careful with that, man. Careful with that, man.
Okay, I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. Oh, he went to that island. Okay, nice. What you gonna do the movie?
Yeah.
Make the movie.
Oh, Diamond Hansu. I forgot about it. I love that
I
actor.
don't give a fuck about Diamond Hansu.
I love that actor.
Oh my god, boy! He had two. You know what? He had like 3 good roles, and guess what? They were all him being slaves.
Push
Or
is an
something.
amazing role.
Hey, I love Push too.
I hate you people who don't like Push. Push is an awesome movie.
What you mean, you people?
Dude, a ton of people don't like Push. You're the one who told me that. I was surprised.
I know.
It's an amazing movie.
All right, back to Denzel because I think we've been off with Denzel for like 4 minutes now.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. You go off.
But where we look, Inside Man 2.
I was talking about Inside
trash.
Man. Yeah, Inside Man 2 had nothing to do with anything, which was a relief. I was surprised that I stumbled across it. I was watching it just like, wait a minute. Inside Man 2, Most Wanted? This makes no sense. What's Most Wanted about it?
Yeah,
But
you really need to watch Fallen sometimes.
Yeah, I do need to
The fact that
watch
it's
that.
Denzel in a supernatural movie, the fact that you have a killer that all he does is just touch, and all of a sudden, boom, he's in your body, and Denzel has to deal with that. Not you know, it's when I was watching that movie. Have you ever seen the GIF where Denzel's kind of like, "Oops, sorry, I always hit this mic." I was watching it. I was like, "Wait a minute, that's where that's from." Oh my god! But yeah, Fallen is another movie that kind of got like mixed reviews, but such an enjoyable movie.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like I've never stumbled across anything that Denzel Washington has done that I personally didn't like. Other than Out of Time. Out of Time is still the one.
And other
that's just
than
like,
Equalizer 2 for me.
Yeah,
Like I
Equalizer.
said, for me, Out of Time was boring until once he found out like, oh wait a minute, she set you up and all that. Now he's sitting there doing this and doing that. That's when the movie picked up for me because now I got entertaining.
Yeah,
but yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
I've seen that in a few of his movies where it starts out very slow or it ends very slow. Like you said, Inside Man, the last act they like had nothing to do with. They had no clue what they were doing.
Hey, I do love those moments where Spike Lee just has them jump on not the trolley? Is it called the trolley?
Oh yeah,
where it just like when
and he's just
when
riding across.
When Clive Owen just shot the dude, and all of a sudden Denzel just
that's not something I can't take it seriously.
No,
because as soon as he is on it, it's just like I wanted to laugh. I see it, and he's like looking all serious.
Mm-hmm.
All serious, standing still. Obviously, you can tell he's holding onto the cart as he's being pulled, and he's just staring right into the camera.
They're going fast too. So
so he has to balance himself.
Spike, slow it down. I know they slow it down.
Yeah,
but
it's like one of the worst shots. It's just like I can't take this seriously with that.
He actually directed Spike Lee actually directed NBA 2K16 because they finally had like an actual story mode, and they even had a character from He Got Game into it, the agent, which was actually cool. But yeah, like when they were like, after it was over and they were like kind of like the real actors like introducing themselves and who they play, they were all on the trolley and it was going slow. So when Spike Lee, is it called the trolley? What is it called?
I forgot. And the dolly cart.
Probably like I'm just calling it the dolly. So when Spike Lee came up on a dolly, he was sitting there talking and he's like, "Hey, yo, slow this down. It's going too fast." Then went from okay, cool. Started talking. It was so funny. But have you seen The Great Debaters?
Yeah.
Movie was okay. It's so it's not memorable.
I just know that he's teaching a class.
Like back in the day where not slavery, but
yeah,
those times were still a thing. Yeah, even though that time it's still a thing now.
Not as much.
Not as much.
The only
I didn't know how to explain it, so I just said fuck it.
Yeah, the only place I've ever heard that word actually used is San Francisco. Like used in hate, I should say.
The first time I've actually heard someone call me that, me and my boy Alex was at a church retreat. We're walking, headphones on, and then right when I was getting ready to take them off, fucking college. I guess college dudes drive bar. Go home. And I was just looking.
White
at
or
them.
Mexican?
They were white.
Okay, yeah, it's hit or miss.
Oh, if it was Mexican, like bitch. Like, oh, if I said get out the car, bro, like 20 of them would have came out. Come on, way.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Them carpool, they got their carpool is on point.
But yeah, me and him looking at each other like, did he just say what we thought he said? You're like, yeah, and we looked at each other like, hey, bro, how you feel about that? And he's like, I'm just mad that they did it in the car.
Yeah.
I want to beat their ass. And I'm like, thank you.
It's like, say it to my face.
Yes, that's why we were
Well,
mad.
that's when you know when someone's a coward. If they can't say something to your face, then they ain't got the right to say it.
That's why we were mad. But back to Great Debaters. It was set around that time. Let's say like the 60s or something, where you know blacks were really getting messed up with.
I still can't believe that we haven't really talked about Training Day or Remember the Titans.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, oh my gosh!
We got
I was like, wait a minute. Some of the best movies
hasn't been an hour.
has done.
We're mostly, I mostly want to talk about like the smaller stuff first.
Yeah,
Great Debaters. I think he directed that one, but like I said, it wasn't memorable. Like it's not a bad movie, but it was just a movie where I watched it once. It was whatever. If I see it on TV, then sure. But I'm not gonna be like, yo, you gotta watch Great Debaters.
I don't know why it didn't work so good. I mean, what do you think about it? Just didn't.
Great Debaters?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I was watching it, and it was just like because I normally like those really heated, racial, tense periods of time because it's amazing to watch.
Damn, you okay? So that's how you say that, bro. The fact that I had to sit there and say like, "Fuck it," how can I explain the time they're in? Oh yeah, let me just throw out a racial slur. Oh okay, now I know where they were said at.
Remember, I'm the one with the wider vocabulary here.
Yeah, thank you.
But the racially tense periods,
yeah,
I've always loved those movies because they can be very impactful, very impactful. I mean, and you watch like it's funny. Both of these have the same lawyer, A Time to Kill and Amistad. It's just.
Wait a minute, he was a lawyer in both movies.
Yep. Freaking Lincoln Lawyer. He lives. They should probably do a
Lincoln
timeline
Lawyer,
with him.
yeah.
It's of him just being a lawyer.
Hey, speaking of like racial stuff, have you seen that video with the white guy with the Burger King hat on the plane?
Mm-mm.
Can we like watch that right now? It has nothing to do, bro.
Maybe later.
You think I get flagged for saying 5 times in this video?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we're going to just like mute it.
See, I can't say it.
We're going to just mute it. So he's on an airplane, and I guess something's going on, and it's a white dude with a Burger King hat on his head, and he's just like, get that off the plane, and they're like, sir, there are children. What makes it better is he's sitting there as he say, he's like, because he looked at the other person like, yeah, like look at the female like, yeah, you like that, huh? Watch this. And they come to find out there's more video to it. Dude, a black, like as they getting ready to take him off the plane, a female runs up, pop. I was like, oh my God. But Great Debater just wasn't for me. It was cool, but I was just like,
Well, that's the thing, because I was thinking I was gonna love it. Because I love those heavily dialogue-driven movies.
But it was just about a debate. It was
the King's. Well, the thing is, like the King's Speech, things
amazing.
like that. I was thinking it was going to be more like that.
Okay, I can tell you, there's King's Speech is a movie that surprised me the most because I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, ain't nobody about to watch these. Nobody care about no Colin Firth. I don't care about no Jeffrey Rush, and I don't care about that weird chick from them Johnny Depp, Tim Burton movies. And then I keep seeing, of course, when they have the on-demand, the pay-per-view, they show that the first 5 minutes. I'm like.
Because you're just staring.
I'm like, this nigga's about to be a king, and he can't do public speak.
You're just focused the entire time.
So I was like, you know what? I have to watch this movie, and it became like an amazing movie. Yeah. Even though I've seen it one time, it's still amazing.
That's what I thought. And
Great Debater. What?
That's what I like. Crap. What was I love the cinematography. What was the guy who helped him? Freaking Barbosa.
Jeffrey Rush. I said his name. Yeah.
Sorry. I love him.
Yeah.
I freaking love him.
So
He's
yeah,
amazing.
that movie, I give that movie a solid 9. That movie's great. But yeah, Great Debaters wasn't for me.
Yeah, because it was just like it didn't seem like it carried any real weight.
Nah, yeah.
Because that's the thing. I think they were supposed to try to.
And there's like a debate team too.
Yeah.
I was like, who really cares about a debate?
Now, if it was basically the Great Debaters and what it was about was like the person who mentored MLK, there's your story.
And then the thing about that movie also is the title. Like, you know how many jokes I got out of that?
Yeah,
the Great Debaters.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I was like, bro, y'all should have changed that.
Yeah.
But
Master Debaters.
You know what? Fuck it. Remember the Titans. best football movie of all time. Not no Friday Night Lights, and I haven't seen Any Given Sunday, but I'm sorry, bro.
It's all about that one.
Because what makes Remember the Titans great is all the I love all the characters.
Everyone.
The little girl, Coach hold on, was Coach Boom? Coach Boom was Coach Boom was Denzel, and what was the other coach? I forgot his name, but Will Patton, John Travolta's friend, and Punisher. But yes, I loved all the characters. I love all the football players except the actual racist one.
Yeah,
who homeboy had to kick to the curb.
Yeah, but that's one thing I love though is like that's why I like them because you see the racial tendencies at the beginning, the sheer hate, and then they're all forced to work together.
Because even the blacks didn't like the whites either.
Yeah,
like,
it was just
doing
complete split. But that's the thing. It's just like we need more movies like that because the first place in American history where there was racial equality was in our military. As strange as that sounds,
they had to.
Even during the fight for our independence, we had blacks in the military. Well, they're more expendable, so I'm gonna get flagged just for that. But it's just like,
what do you say? Operation Get Behind the Darkies.
Yeah. But it's just like that's where we have always had equality in the military, which is funny because you normally hear all this bad stuff about the military. But it's just like that is where, because heck, I've seen pictures of my grandfather in the Air Force where he's a pilot with actually his co-pilot and everyone else. Everyone's just gathered around eating food together. My grandfather he was bounced around. He was in the military, but from the South. So it's just like one of those things. I love those periods of time because you see how the unification, segregation, all functioned. It came from people being forced to live together. Mm-hmm. You force people to get along. What?
I noticed that we've been talking about like racial shit for like the past 10 minutes now.
Hey, well, that's the thing. It's just like it went from the debaters.
The two movies that we have, yeah.
But it's funny because the one which it falls completely flat.
Yeah.
Because I think it was just said in that time to try to make it.
And I didn't care for the characters in The Great Debaters
Well,
either.
yeah. I mean, Denzel Washington was... I didn't care for him as the teacher.
No, me either.
He was weak.
The movie was weak. But as far as like...
yeah, but as a coach...
Remember the Titan? Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Because the fact...
You overcooked my grits, coach. I love that line, bro.
And the fact that he marches... Like, the second you can realize when they all start getting along, he hikes them all the way to the Gettysburg, where they all fought side by side. And which is funny because the second he said that, I was like, "Glory, you died in glory."
That was for Gettysburg too, yeah.
So
nice.
It was just one of those things. Of just like, I think he's addressed himself there.
And what if he was just like, and there was this one soldier. He was the greatest of them all. Like he was so strong that when they whipped him, only one tear came. Bro, if they did that in that movie, bro, I would have applauded.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like I love those.
Wow, Denzel and Morgan Freeman was in that movie.
Yep.
Bro, they need to do another movie together.
Yep. Heck, Denzel, Morgan Freeman, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, I thought you were about to mention Matthew Broderick. I'm
like,
yeah. I was about to say, don't nobody care about bootleg John Cusack.
No, but what you need to do is bring in Ryan Reynolds. He needs to be the white man in that four posse.
Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah,
that could be the hitman's bodyguard's friend.
Yeah. Because let's face it, a lot of people would be very uncomfortable.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Yep.
Right. Hold on. Oh my God, because you could sit there and make like the poster, just like the Washington, Jackson, and Freeman, and then you have like Reynolds on it. Like
no, Ryan Reynolds in the background, like waving, trying to catch up.
Exactly.
Like, come on, wait for me, guys.
Bro, that would be such a good movie because all three of them are like assassins. Hit me.
Yep. And he happens to be the hired bodyguard.
Oh my God. Hey, we gotta get you to a safe house, and then both Reynolds and Denzel just look at the camera like, we know how that played out.
Yeah, because it'd basically be a complete comedy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Just have Hugh Jackman have Hugh Jackman as the bad guy. There you go. There you go. Have Hugh Jackman as the actual bad guy.
I hate Hollywood because this is not going to happen.
Yeah, because this is actual gold right here.
You come up with an amazing script, but they're like, man, I ain't going to do that.
You know what? I'm gonna clip this out and just post this part on Instagram.
Yeah, like, come on, Denzel. You did Equalizer 2 trash.
Because that would be an amazingly filled movie, but everyone would go to watch it.
Everybody
Why?
would go see that. You have 3 amazing black actors.
Yeah, black actors, and then you basically have a supporting comedic, serious actor, and then you have the one he's always wanted to act with, Hugh Jackman, as the villain.
Everybody go see that. I know for a fact everybody go
Yeah,
see that.
everyone would be joking about it since it's a comedy about Deadpool and Wolverine going at it. Because let's face it, Deadpool and Wolverine are best friends, but also enemies. So there are going to be those jokes in there.
Yeah, they're like, this is sad. We could have been friends.
Yeah. In a different lifetime.
Right? Oh, my God.
I see ourselves in a different lifetime being friends.
I hate when we come up with like good ideas that's never going to happen.
That's the thing. It's just like
just makes it fan fiction.
Yeah, that word has that phrase, I guess. Those 2 words have a bad rep to go with it, though.
Yeah, true.
Because that's how you end up with like 50
Shades of Grey. Yeah. All right, but yes, remember the Titans though.
The Titans.
Like, it's a movie that, and it's not boring, bro.
No,
like that entire, like, it is so enjoyable. It's funny. It's heartfelt, bro.
Like sports movies normally are. The only one that I did enjoy was like the Mighty Ducks because it's a ragtag. It's basically the Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
That's what the original Mighty Ducks movie
so basically, he grew up from becoming a jock to like a hockey coach. Because remember, he was in that movie.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's just like he grows up and he has to this is the Mighty Ducks. He gathers a team of ragtag people.
Yeah, okay.
To play hockey.
Okay. But yes, remember the Titans. That is my favorite Denzel Washington.
And the basic brother, like, who's your daddy?
Oh my God.
Who's your daddy, Bertier? Who's your daddy?
You're my daddy. Now, is this your team or is this your daddy's team?
My daddy's team. I guess he is your daddy now, huh, Bertier?
Oh, hey. Tuck in that shirt.
Sunshine.
Bro, yes.
Sunshine.
See, it was movies like that they always had us watch in school.
Yep.
They had us watch radio once. Oh. I made sure to bring that back up like 30 minutes later. Hey, you know what's funny? You know what the funny part is? Because they knew I was saying, this is like elementary. They're like, is this movie bad or anything? I was like, nah. But there's like one part where he says, and all of a sudden, chicken shit, chicken shit, chicken shit. I was like, yeah, that's the scene right there. It's only one time though. But yeah, man. Remember the Times was a movie that they always had us watch in school.
Yeah,
just because it's like, hey, it's a good movie. Everybody loves it. We need to like keep them busy. Boom. Remember the Titans.
Yeah, and it's very true. I mean, you don't see that kind of discrimination this day and age. Well, if depending on who you talk to, I've only seen it once in San Francisco, which is funny. The place that claims to be the most liberal is the only place I have ever seen racism.
Hell no.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things. I guess I'm white. I don't notice it all that often. But heck, it's just things you got to live with. Yeah. Over time, it becomes less important. I mean, look at where things were back in the day, like in Remember the Titans, to where they are now, Man on Fire. It was a big issue because he was in Mexico, and yeah, it tends to be an issue there. But
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I loved Remember the Titans. Every single character was memorable. What is his name? Louis Elastic.
Yep,
Louis Elastic. Yeah, I freaking loved him. The second he runs in, you see all the black people give him a look, and in that moment, every single black person in that room is racist.
Yeah.
That's a powerful shot because the only one there who accepted him was Boone.
But can you blame the black people though?
It's just like American History X, the circle of racism. Racism begets racism. They create themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, you can't sit there and say black people are racist, not racist, because it's like, well, if these white people are racist, and like,
yeah, you hate them back.
Exactly. So fuck it, I'm racist too. I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't like you. So
yeah, that's
why. Yeah. So I love that how they, like, hey, we're all brothers. Hey, so what does your daddy do for a living? Wait a minute, you do have a daddy, don't you? I have a father. So what does he do for a living? He does have a job, don't he?
Yeah.
That's why this is every time somebody does something that I hate, or like play some music at work that's trash. There's a term, cruel and unusual punishment, mean anything to you.
Oh my god!
All right, okay, let's get to the movie you mentioned, Training Day.
I still want to talk because that one thing about that movie that was really good, because you know how they end up becoming like complete brothers when they're going back. The second they get back to the mainland,
it's like nothing's changed.
Yeah, they fall back apart. Like Sunshine tries to take them all into an all-white bar, and instantly they get thrown out, and they start to divide and separate. I freaking love that because they basically have to form together once again. Bertier loses his girlfriend because she cannot see past color. I freaking love that movie. It's amazing how you go back to the real world. You can like be in a unit. You can work together. But the second you're taken back to society, remember, society dictates what's right and wrong. So they were around other people who viewed it as wrong to commune with the opposing color.
Yeah.
So they fell out of sync. And it wasn't until they started doing their dance routine that they fell back into sync.
I like that the coach didn't have a problem with it, though.
Yeah.
He was just like, hey, I'm on about football.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I fucks with that.
But they needed to work together. So that's what was the important part, as long as they worked together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was all okay about them working together as long as they, instead of training before the practice, they danced. Because it worked on their... Yeah.
I'm just over here just sitting there like, yeah, I can't wait to watch this again.
Yeah, I know I don't want to put it on and just watch it over again.
You know what's funny? I was about to go into the room and watch it. I forgot I don't live here no more. God, I got to go home and watch it.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about Training Day.
Okay. Yeah, I just needed to get that out about because that's an amazing movie.
Training Day was probably like, I think that's the only movie where Denzel plays a villain, plays the bad guy.
Well, there still is like Safe House.
No. Because Safe House,
because he
come to find out, like, you know,
the real bad guy was the government.
Exactly.
Because let's face it,
he was basically somebody that just like, you know what,
he stumbled across true knowledge and he was doing bad things that he just decided to do bad things in order to.
Yeah, I don't count him as the villain.
Yeah.
Because we still, yeah, he wasn't the villain in that.
Yeah.
Training Day, like legit, he was the villain. He was getting ready to kill Ethan Hawke and all that good stuff. He was the
Snoop
villain.
Dogg.
Yeah. No. Oh no, yeah, he did. That's how he got in the wheelchair. Yep. He killed Raj.
Yep.
It's chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
But like that
King
movie,
Kong ain't got nothing on me.
that's what, and that's when actually this is like later. That's when you kind of like knew that the only way a black person get an Oscar if they play like someone that was just like, it's just either he's a crooked cop, now he gets an Oscar. He's a slave, now they get an Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, a whore, now they get an Oscar.
Where they double down on the
stereotypes or something.
It's just like
you can't you know, he ain't gonna never get an Oscar for playing a teacher in an amazing movie that can be held one of the best movies of all time, highest grossing movie. This is not a movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was just thinking the debaters.
No.
I was just like,
no, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though. It can be like a movie that it could be talked about for 50 years.
Well,
he would not get an Oscar for that.
But that's the problem. Nobody cares about the Oscars anymore.
Oh no!
So
I don't
what's
care about the
funny
Oscars.
is at that point in
But
time,
still, though,
the Oscars was actually a big deal.
Yeah.
Over the past 10 years, the Oscars have actually run themselves into the ground, and they don't mean anything.
But still, though, like I'm saying, like Denzel came back like, again. Flight, he's a drunk.
Yep.
Fences, I thought was boring.
Great
but
performances, though.
Amazing. Like that's when
across the board.
That's when I realized that Viola Davis is an amazing actress. So when I see her in a movie, I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see what she got.
Yeah, and then she became Amanda Waller, which I thought she'd do good, and then Suicide Squad turned out to be a piece of crap.
Yeah, but Viola Davis is an amazing actress. But again, he got nominated for an Oscar. Why? He was a cheater. You know what I'm saying? He was cheating on his wife. So you can't just get an Oscar for just being a great person or something. You gotta be but anyway, like Training Day, like bro, Denzel killed that.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like you're talking about how you'll get a Oscar for doing that role, but you got to admit that role is Oscar worthy.
No, yes, Denzel was amazing in that.
He doubled down on the role, and he's literally the only one who could ever do that. Yeah. You can try and put other people in that place. Like there are a ton of movies he has done. If you try to swap him out with someone else, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't work because he's Denzel Washington in every movie.
And I didn't know he was like 45 or something in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
45.
Because
he's old.
When I was looking up Inside Man, I saw that he was 66, so that movie came out in 01, so yeah. Yeah, he was like, about 40 something.
The sad thing is it's just like, if only we had gotten to get more black actors earlier when cinema wasn't so racist, we would have had amazing more actors now. Many more. Because it took a real talent to finally break through that mold.
Yeah. But I think Training Day was like the start of the movies where it's just like a day in the life.
Yeah.
Whereas like everything that can go wrong in one day goes wrong. Well, and it's always like a crime drama.
Yeah. Well, technically there were before, but that's the first one that actually ever made
Yeah.
it huge, and
Yeah,
it's all
also
because
by the
of
same-
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, that and also by the same was it like David Ayer? Oh,
Yep.
and Anton Fuqua, the director that did also the Equalizers and all that
Yeah.
too. But that movie put Antoine Fuqua on the map.
Yeah.
I probably messed up his name. And then Ethan Hawke was also great in the role too.
Yeah. I
That
don't.
sucks because Ethan Hawke
Yeah,
is now an actor that just does whatever, and it's like, bro, you're a great actor.
What was it? Daybreakers.
I enjoyed that.
I'm not gonna lie. Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke. I mean, what is it? Crap. What's his name from Jurassic Park?
Oh, Sam Neill.
Yeah.
I was like, Sam Neill's in this?
Yep. It's just like this cast, and the cure for vampirism is walking out into the sun.
Yeah. But like after this movie, I feel like Ethan Hawke should have been like, what? You know what? I don't even blame it on. I blame it on. I feel like I blame it on maybe Ethan Hawke because the roles he picked.
Don't, but you do.
No, I wasn't going to, but I was just thought about. I'm like,
Yeah.
He also picks the roles.
You know what I think? I think Jack Courtney should fire his manager,
And
Ethan Hawke should
no,
get
you
that
mean
manager.
the manager should fire Jack Courtney
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
take up Ethan Hawke? Yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
that-
Ethan Hawke,
that-
I feel like Ethan Hawke is great. He does hits and misses, but he should be in like
Except
way
with
better
Bruce
movies.
Willis, freaking, and Frank Grillo. Well, how's Jack Courtney getting these roles? He hasn't gotten many, but now that he's captain,
Jai Courtney is getting bigger roles than Frank Grillo. That's sad.
yeah, Frank Grillo was in Cosmic Sin. Bruce
Hell.
Willis was in Cosmic Sin.
Honestly, you and also swap out Joel Kinnaman and bring in Frank Grillo. Let him be Rick Flag.
Yep,
I know he'd bring it.
be much better. But I do like the look they're going for. But this
Hey,
is Suicide
stop,
Squad.
stop,
This is
stop.
Suicide Squad. Denzel Washington.
Training Day.
Yeah.
That movie is just raw. Like how man, and no homo, but Denzel.
Dude, I love myself some Denzel.
Denzel's no homo.
I freaking love him.
That boy was looking fire.
He's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like Bruce Willis, mainly because of a few of the movies he's done. The Die Hard for sure.
Hey, and the fact that they killed Denzel like ruthlessly.
Yep.
Because dude, it took me a while to realize that chick that was in the car next to him was part of the crew too.
Yep.
I was like, whoa, because basically she was giving like the signal or whatever when she lit up the cigarette, and man, they lit that boy up. I was just like, wow. I actually took that monologue, the King Kong monologue,
Yep.
and used that for my acting class. They're like, because they're reading up like, okay, Maurice Jenkins Training Day. Let's see what he got. And
You should have taken the Be Cool monologue.
yeah, you don't start seeing as how that scene was so amped up. You don't start it amped up. You want to make it your own. And what I did was, hey, you think you can do this to me? You mother! Oh, whoa! I gotta stop you right there. That's kids. I'm like, kids. Next thing you know, I hear kids running. I'm like, ooh! So I said, motherfucker, like 10 times loud.
Yeah.
It was such a great scene.
You never start at 10. You remember?
But
Christine,
yeah,
right?
but like he was
Christine.
so conniving, and he thought he was like he thought he was big shit in that movie.
Yeah.
Alonzo, and it's like no, everybody hated you and they just feared you because you was a cop. The second he was vulnerable, boom, they
Everyone
turned
took
on
him
him.
out.
They turned on.
But that was
boy.
the good thing. I mean, he was the dirty cop who got what he wanted, did everything. Everyone feared him, and yeah.
See, now that movie, they can easily do a prequel.
Yep.
Prequel, because you have your son, the son that I feel like he sounds more like him than
yeah, he
does.
sounds more than he looks.
Yeah,
Because I was looking at a picture
I think they
earlier.
were actually talking about that too.
Next to each other, and I think it's the nose, which is completely different. If his nose looked more like his father's, then it would be passable.
But if you-
his eyes, the lips,
But like, if you just heard his voice and then turn around, you think it's Denzel.
Yup.
Like, okay, who is this guy? You
Yeah.
think he's just doing a Denzel impersonation, but no, that's legit how he sounds.
yeah, he sounds exactly like his father at a younger age.
Yeah, but I feel like a sequel, a prequel, they could easily because it makes you wonder like, was he ever a good cop?
Yeah.
Like, was he ever a good cop? Like, what made him become so ruthless? I feel like that would be a good movie.
And honestly, that would obviously be the start of his son's career. Because even Tenet isn't a good movie for his son.
No, it's
Because
just
you can't.
we're not
really-
there for him. We're there for Chris because it's a
Yep.
Christopher Nolan movie. I'm thinking it's like more like Inception.
Yeah, you're there for like there are movies which are you're there for the director, and then there are movies where you're there for the actor.
Yeah, and it's like both big movies that he did. We were never there for him.
Yeah.
We were there for both actors. I mean, we were there for both directors, Spike Lee and Christopher Nolan. But I feel like Training Day, you're there because you're like, okay, Denzel Washington. But now it's about him. Oh, snap. Denzel's son is playing him?
Yep.
Now you're really there for the actor. So I feel
I did hear that the plan was it was basically going to be the same story of Denzel Washington's first training day, but it was just like
set in during the Rodney King stuff. Yep.
See, that I feel would be very interesting
because you get the same director and all that. So that'd have been great. Set in the 90s and all.
Speaking of which, I was thinking
the 90s. No.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that because that was in 2001. The nigga became a detective already, and no, you got to do that like earlier on.
Yeah, you'd have to go further
But still though, it's still a rough time for black people. So for him to be a cop during that time, it still could have like molded him to be the person that he is.
Yeah,
today
because he found an easier route and took it.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, I would have loved to see a movie like that.
That made me think, because you know how we were talking before about how it would be great to have Isaac, in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a prequel to him.
Isaac
or Isaiah, the black Captain America.
Yes,
a prequel for him. What about Denzel's son playing that role? I think that would actually work.
Hey, have him be Black Captain America.
Yeah, because you know what, give him something that he can do, and I'd like to see a part of Washington continue on in the MCU.
Yeah,
because let's face it, the DCEU's going nowhere.
Yeah,
and start with something that's still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would love to see a prequel to him.
Yeah,
and if you get a Washington in, and literally could have Denzel Washington play like a father figure as well. Play a father to his son.
The two of them got to be in a movie together.
Yeah, they've got.
I'm pretty sure Spike can easily get that done.
Yeah, I mean that's something I'd be down to watch.
Actually, they did do something together. Malcolm X.
Oh yeah,
he was in that. I don't know who the fuck he played, but
yeah.
Hey, let's talk about a movie, a real small movie, but with him and Russell Crowe. Virtuosity.
Oh my gosh.
Virtuosity.
Virtuosity.
Oh, Virtuosity.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the first Denzel movie I seen. Really? Yeah, dude. Remember, my mom took me to go see whatever.
Yeah.
I saw The Players Club. Set it off. My first movie was Demon Knight. So yeah, Virtuosity. I saw it in theaters.
My first movie was of course Disney movies. My first real live action movie.
Face Off.
Yeah, Face Off. Yep. Because my dad got lost driving home from my brother's soccer practice that he stopped, and my dad had built a TV into our car before TVs were in cars.
Yeah.
My dad was an electrician, so he did it. And we stopped by a Blockbuster, and he rented the movie, and we watched it on the way home.
But I thought I thought Virtuosity was actually a cool movie because I mean, it's another Denzel Washington character in jail, but it's like he's a cop. This serial killer, kidnaps his family, and all of a sudden, they still die, and he accidentally, he kills that guy, just like screw him. I'm not a cop no more. Kills that guy and accidentally kills news reporters, and now he's in jail. And it's funny. Russell Crowe is a computer, it's like a program from a computer that comes out into the real world, and he takes up the personalities of other serial killers, one being the killer that killed Denzel's family. I thought that was a cool action movie. It's Denzel and Russell Crowe. It's Denzel tracking down a computer.
Yep. A living computer. It's basically Tron.
Basically. So I thought that was dope, man. That was one of my favorites. But see, okay, American Gangster. That's what got me. Because as much as I enjoyed that movie, I also looked into the character, actual Frank Lucas and Richie, I forgot his last name, Richie Roberts or whatever. And even the show American Gangster, they also have an episode for them. And dude, they made Frank Lucas basically Denzel Washington, like a nice guy, when in fact like
he wasn't.
Richie was like, dude, like what are you talking about? Like when we were talking about like who's gonna get like how we gonna split up the money for this movie, he was basically like getting into his old ways, like nah man, this is all for me. Like he was So it's like homie was more ruthless and they made him in the movie, but it's like, hey, you gotta have him likable. Yeah. But I'm like he was more ruthless in Training Day than he was in American Gangster.
But that's the thing, they viewers always have to have someone to bounce off of. So
you have Russell Crowe.
Yep. You have Russell Crowe. You have Ethan Hawke. You have like Training Day.
Yeah, exactly. You got Ethan Hawke to bounce up, and you got Russell Crowe. So you should make American Gang. You should give us a reason to like really like kind of like not like him, but at the same time it's like, hey, he's also family oriented. Yep. But he's also, I mean, at the beginning, like dude, he lit a guy on fire and then killed him. I mean, like okay, he's ruthless, but it's like we need to see more of that. Yeah. Stop like like that's all. That's my only That's the only thing I disliked about American Gangster. Other than that, I loved it.
Yeah, because it's one of his stronger roles, but still his weaker role. Because if you look into it, you know that it's not being accurate at all.
Yeah,
They're trying to make it more of the Fast and the Furious type. It's all about family. Then it really was, because he was a violent.
Yeah, but he also really did that though.
Yeah.
Everybody that was part of his crew was his family.
Yeah, but he was actually a very violent person. And honestly, it wasn't about his family in the end. It was more about himself. Just anyone in his family that could help him out, he protected. But if anyone in his family couldn't offer him anything, they were considered useless or not part of the family. So
I'm sorry. I just realized since I'm open in the morning, I have the rest of 420 to chill. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, bet. Sorry, go ahead.
It's 420?
Tomorrow's 420.
Oh, tomorrow's
I'm
420.
so glad I'm not closing.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, but honestly, Training Day, honestly, I think is his best role. One of his best roles. I mean...
Oh, man. Oh, dude, absolutely. Training Day, absolutely.
The reason why I like him...
that was an actual switch up for Denzel. Yep. He was not likable. If anything... You think he's likable, and then he switches on you. So it's
because he's just mentoring him. It's the second you meet Snoop Dogg that you start to realize something's up. That's the point in time where you actually see this isn't exactly what you see it to be.
Yeah,
that's actually one of the points. It's just like, oh my gosh, things are going dark really quickly from then on. I mean, my favorite would have to be Man on Fire.
Oh, Man on Fire is an amazing movie. Yes,
because as much as I love Remember the Titans, Man on Fire, just because him and Dakota Fanning, I love that the fact that he's basically an ex everything, and honestly, he could be tied into the Nobody series because he's an ex operative.
He died.
Yeah, but that you could tie that in just because he's an ex operative. He was a nobody beforehand.
Yeah,
like he was an original nobody, and because that's actually pretty awesome. I love the fact that he's just hates everything he did in his past, becomes a drunk, and it's the little girl. Wow, little white girl. Just realized that.
Oh my god!
I just realized that.
And look what happened to him.
Yeah,
he died.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I just watched the elevator scene earlier.
Before this, we just got done watching the elevator scene from the show Blackish, where like Anthony Anderson, you go to the elevator, the door opens up, and there's a little white girl there, and he leaves her, and then all the black people's like, "Yo, you see they setting up traps on the elevator? There's a little white girl." Even his father, Lawrence Fishburne, was like, "Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, there was a little white girl that I had to deal with." Yeah, I'd run away too. That's why you don't mess with little.
Yeah, you don't.
No, you don't mess with little white kids.
Dang,
period.
I didn't realize how deep Man on Fire really was.
Hey, I mean, because remember, I had to deal with a little white kid a few days ago.
Oh my gosh, they're monsters.
This little white boy wanted me to, come into his house for a play date because he didn't have friends. No, I'm a big black dude. Dude, this is not The Blind Side. I would never. No. But look what happened to Denzel.
Yeah.
Little white girl, he dies.
Dang, I'm surprised we didn't notice that before.
No, that's because we just got done watching that.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. I was just thinking about it, just like, oh my gosh, the little white girl. Because I was talking about how I enjoy their chemistry. I enjoy how she basically broke him down. But she destroyed him.
She really did.
She destroyed him. This is such a new thing. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I can't believe that she is the reason he is dead. Oh my gosh, she killed Denzel.
Yep.
That's oh my gosh. Never trust a white girl.
Nope.
Nope. Never trust a white girl.
Nope. As much as I love them, nope. Okay. You're talking about little white girls.
Yeah, little white girls.
I'm talking about of age.
Yeah,
but
never trust a little white girl. Never trust them kids.
Especially when you black.
To quote,
fuck them kids. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. But yeah, like I said, my favorite is Remember the Titans. I mean, it's classic Denzel.
Yep.
I mean, we get the the boom boom boom, the finger point, and we also get some amazing characters. It's funny. It's football, so you get good football scenes, and it's another movie whereas it's the racial stuff, so that plays in good. But yeah, that's one of my favorites, bro.
Very well balanced.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. I think Coach Boone actually passed away not too long ago too. Of course, everybody felt that because Remember the Titans.
Coach Boone.
It wasn't that Denzel's character, yeah.
Oh, the real actor.
Yeah, the real.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, Denzel Washington didn't pass.
No, the real Coach Boone.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think that's my favorite. But Man on Fire, is it Man on Fire or Man on Fire?
Man on Fire.
Okay, Man on Fire, Training Day. I think those are like legit top 3.
Yeah, John Q.
Oh, I'm sorry, John Q. Which one would I take out? No, I'm sorry.
That's the thing.
That's the
Is
thing.
like, you
For
can
John
keep-
Q, it's the role. It's the
Yeah.
fact that he's willing to do anything. Honestly, yeah, it's his motivation. That's what drives that one home.
like that's the thing. It's easier to add movies into a pile of a top than it is to take them out.
yeah,
Because you
now
can
I'm sitting
say
there
top
thinking,
3, and then you start adding more movies, and then if you try to
Movies.
take them out, you can't.
So all I gotta say is, number 1 is Remember the Titans. Period. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you that.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, I can guarantee you. I can guarantee that if you watch Remember the Titans, you're gonna love it. I bet my bottom dollar you're gonna love that. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you.
Freaking great movie.
And they're like, "Oh, which movie was that from?" I
Honestly-
don't know. Whatever movie he says, guarantee it from.
You got to admit, it would be funny if there was a Clayton Bigsby cameo in that movie.
Which one?
Remember the Titans?
And you know he be with the white people too.
Yep.
Well, playing with them.
Yeah. He'd be off in the back, just
Uh-huh.
off my porch.
Don't give him the ball.
He would be in the all-white bar.
Right. You gotta go. That's right. You tell him to go.
Hey, get him out of here. I don't want them stank around here because they
Right.
stank. They take all our jobs.
They be like, hey, they be sitting there like, we should give him a drink. Let's give him this man a drink. Man.
Hey, you got to have them around because then white people don't know what to laugh at. I mean, what was it? White people, if you did not have Uncle Ruckus in Boondocks, white people wouldn't have been able to laugh. Do you know that? The reason they had Uncle Ruckus there was to allow white people to laugh. That was his role. His role was there to basically demean black people so that white people could feel at ease to watch.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because just like if you see a comedian doing jokes about black people, all the white people look around for permission.
You remember your brother? Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's this one, what do you say? So there's this one video where the guy's like, Maurice, you remember that video, right? The Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. So he's like, Jesus Christ is my nigga, and I'm sitting there like, I'm kind of looking like, hey,
Did he ask for permission?
yeah, he kind of asked for permission without asking for permission. I was like, bruh, okay, I'm cool with it.
Hey, he was asking for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, far too much power, I think, on your hands. White people are just too cowardice.
Yeah.
Way too cowardice. It's like, don't ask for permission, just make jokes.
Shit, fuck out of here with that.
How do you think we became friends, dude?
That's true. You got this is the thing. This is the thing. You got lucky. You got lucky. You did that with me.
Because you don't
And
care.
you got exactly.
Well, and I don't care either.
Yeah, I know some people that care. So if you were to say that to them, they would have pushed your shit in. To pair.
Yeah, but honestly, Denzel Washington, yeah, because it's like, I love Man on Fire, love Training Day, love Remember the Titans, love John Q.
Man, what's pissing me off is I know there's some movies that we're missing.
Yeah, because I just saw Crimson Tide for the first time.
Oh, you know what?
And I fell in love with that
I'm about to
movie.
go down the list because we're going on almost about to be an hour and a half. I'm about to go down the list right quick. Everybody just,
Just name off the movies.
knock this out real quick.
Yeah, because he's got a ton of movies in his belt, and it's just like, it's hard to pick and choose. Because Inside Man, I actually watched it twice last week. Watched it twice, or was it this?
No, that wasn't it. Was
Yeah,
this
last week?
Courage Under? Was that it? Was it Courage Under Fire?
Courage Under Fire. Okay,
that's the movie where I watched like a scene of it where he's like, I can guarantee it, and then the guy decides to like run himself into the train. Yep.
Yeah, because Siege is where they with Bruce Willis.
Okay. Yep.
Where they hold the entire state of
Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah,
Bro, that movie was so good. From Tom Hanks.
I ain't gay.
Bro, yeah, when he's like, do I look like a faggot? And the guy was like, do I? Yeah, you do.
He's just like, oh, uncomfortable.
Denzel went in, but I love that because it was like, okay, he's gay. I'm not messing with this dude. And then eventually, towards the end of the movie, he's like, hey, she shook his hand, like, hey, you gay, but you're still a person and all that.
Yep.
That Philadelphia was a great movie.
I love the movies where you can see people like transition, just
Yes.
like that's what made Training Day.
Or Remember the Titans.
You remember the Titans so well. You see the transition of people. Yeah, Philadelphia. It was Denzel Washington's character that needed to transform.
What about The Bone Collector? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I mentioned the hurricane. I thought the hurricane was great. Especially it's messed up because the homie spent, he was a boxer, a good boxer at that, and basically spent his prime years in prison.
Yep.
And honestly, the scene that kind of like got me like a little bit choked up was like when he's like, hate got me in this prison, but love is gonna bust me out. Cause that basically is what got him out of prison. The love that this kid had for him.
Yeah. Was it Ali?
Ali?
Yeah. Didn't he do Muhammad Ali?
No, that's Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yeah. He only did one boxing. He only did one boxing movie, and that was Hurricane.
Yeah,
and it's funny because he did a boxing movie, but it was a drama where he's barely even boxing.
Yeah. Kind of like Southpaw. But Southpaw was a great movie.
Yeah, Southpaw was good. Oh my God, Antoine Fisher. That wasn't. And he's directed that, and he wasn't even the main character. And what pissed me off about that movie is Derek Luke, the one that played Antoine Fisher.
Yeah. Yeah, Will Week.
Where is he at? He's not really doing much. And it's like, bro, that role right there, that movie was amazing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like there's sometimes these actors who do these amazing roles, but you never see them again. Like I rewatching Smallville, and Michael Rosenbaum literally stole the show out from everyone else. And all he ever did after that was voice act. And now he just has his podcast.
Oh, you know what? I did not talk about this movie. I'm going to talk about this movie in a minute. You seen The Manchurian Candidate?
Manchurian Candidate.
Didn't he get brainwashed to kill somebody?
Oh, I was going to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't really care to. I like Deja Vu. That movie was cool. He was in a time travel movie, basically. Well, you didn't like Deja Vu?
Dude, you know how I feel about time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, shut up. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, don't bring it up.
I'm surprised you didn't bring this one up. Book of Eli.
Oh, my gosh. That one. Oh, my gosh. I freaking love that movie.
You know what? Honestly, I was trying to, hurry up and get out because they cut off the line at, 8:45. But since I'm opening tomorrow and it's 4:20, I can buy my weed before or after work. Yeah. So, let's continue. Book of Eli.
Oh, yeah, you've only seen it once, right?
No, I've seen that movie multiple times. I have it.
What did you think of it?
Okay. For me, that was I forgot about. Actually, it's not even his first action movie, but this is when he at his age he started doing action movies.
But it's not exactly an action movie.
Exactly. I enjoyed it. I loved the action scenes. It was brutal, but it was the twist that got me. I was just like, he's blind. But then people keep saying but if you watch it again and pay attention, you can notice that he's bumping into this and that.
Like opening scene. That's where you really get it. The opening scene. He's searching around. He opens a car door. He feels for the car door. Opens the car door. And as he's looking at a skeleton in there, he reaches down to feel the skeleton's feet because he needs new boots. That's where you primarily tell that he is blind. He's being guided because it's you could consider it a religious movie because it's all about the Bible and the Bible finding a home. And honestly, I loved it because that twist at the very end is where the whole thing really does turn on its head. And
you notice that the book is basically his power. The second he loses that book, is through.
Yeah, he loses that, but he was given just enough strength to quote the entire Bible to get it rewritten again. And it's amazing how...
I can't even quote an entire Eminem song. This nigga quoted an entire Bible.
Because he read it every day without fail. Every day. And that's what you find funny is every time he's looking at the book, he's running his hand through it. You don't notice it the first time through because he's looking at the book. And he's running his hand through it.
That's why I've been wanting to rewatch that so I can catch all of that.
Because the one thing that makes it difficult is blind people, they don't move their eyes. But the thing is, if you're outside in radioactive sunlight, you cover your eyes because it'll burn your irises. Technically, he didn't need glasses, but he wore his Ray-Bans just because.
It makes sense because if you're blind, you basically just, you're not covering your eyes or anything because you can't see it. Yeah, it makes sense.
But it made him blend in more. Nobody knew. Everyone just assumed that he was,
Hey, Ray Stevenson. Hey, Ray Stevenson was in that. It was after the Punisher. I was like, hey, Ray Stevenson?
You remember for the first time when the blind chick meets him and she opens the door just like, I need you to make a sound to let me know where you are. He just taps his chain because he can't reach out to grab the plate from her. He can't. There is no way for him to know exactly where she's at. So he just tapped his necklace to let her know where he was so she could bring it to him. There was all these little nuances there. Everywhere.
I have to see this. It's
Gary Oldman as you got to admit,
It's like a movie. Let's say Saw. The way you describe it is kind of like Saw. It's like, wait a minute. So that's how that led up to that. I didn't even catch that part. Oh snap! I have to watch that again.
yeah, because
Which one was that? Was that who did it? Was that Ridley Scott?
no,
That was fuck. That was not Ridley Scott. Or
I'm not sure.
What
I thought it was one of the Scotts.
No, wasn't that Antoine? Continue. I'll bring it
Yeah,
up.
but it's just like there are these scenes where you can't really tell. Like he can already assume.
The Hughes brothers. You don't know them. They did Menace to Society.
Okay. Yeah, but there are these scenes where it's just like he's killing people in the dark. Like you remember when he first pulls out the machete and he's beheading like I think 13 people.
Yeah.
In the dark. You get these in it. The whole thing's done in silhouette. All the deaths happen in a silhouette, and it's amazing because you can count. Like I've counted it several times. Every time it's like it's either 11 or 12 heads that go popping off. Every time I just enjoy counting. How many times do the heads fly off? Every time.
Those scenes were just wild.
They were artistic. Like in the bar fight, he knocks someone out, busts them because he slams his head into the counter for shushing a cat. I didn't shush it. I waved my hand at him.
I love the scene where he's with the old folks.
Yeah.
That whole action scene was
They're cannibals.
Yep,
They're cannibals. They're cannibals. Yeah, they were going to eat him, but the thing is, he had the girl with him. That's the thing. It was just like if you follow the story throughout, if he didn't have the girl with him, they would have eaten him. So everything kind of played out religiously as God intended it. God intended for his messenger to die a martyr, but to deliver the message. Because let's face it, anyone, if you've ever read the Bible, everyone who believed the book died a horrible death. I think there was only one disciple that actually died of old age. The rest all died martyrs. But it's just like I loved it.
I'm gonna definitely rewatch it again.
It's literally one of those roles that I think. It wasn't so much Denzel Washington, but everyone else that really brought it together. Because Denzel Washington, as much as I love him as an actor, it's Mila Kunis, it's Gary Oldman, it's basically everyone else in the role, all having their own agenda.
Gary Oldman is always a great bad guy.
You always have to have him yell.
I'm about to say that. Dude, what was it? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? They had him yell through a megaphone.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you think about it, like Gary Oldman sacrificed everything to get a hold of this book because he grew up during the time when religion ruled everyone. You read books from a very influential book, people follow because the way everything's written. If anyone's read the Bible, they know how influential it is. So it's amazing that he let his entire community, which he had built up from nothing, fall apart just so he could get a book. Because when he finally gets it, realize it's Braille, he brings it to his girlfriend, his slave, the blind chick, and she refuses to read it. As he's walking through the building, as she's leaving, everything's falling apart. The building is being burned. It's being raided. They're stealing everything because he tasked all his resources and lost it all on the hunt of a blind man to get a reward that he can't even use.
Yeah, that was fucked up. And he died, too.
Yep.
That's what sucks.
He died of, the gangrene gunshot wound.
All right, let's go. Flight.
I actually did enjoy that.
Yeah, because that...
the ridiculousness of...
Not even a likable character. Like, dude
Nope.
was just like, all like drugged up, drunk.
But it was like one of those things. It was just like he saved the entire crew, yet they accused him because he was the drunk one.
But dude, he did cocaine. Yeah. He was just drinking, bro. That's why.
But that's what's funny.
That's why I be telling people like, bro, like, oh yeah, you can't, you trying to smoke. I have to drive. Oh, I'm a good driver when I'm high, bro. That maybe because Denzel, a good pilot when he was high and drunk. But guess what happened? The second something bad happened, well, guess what? You had this on your system. Yup.
Yeah. Even though in simulations, no other pilot was able to emulate what he did.
That's why it sucked, bro. I'm like, y'all really sent him to jail. Like maybe put him on probation, take away his license. Because I mean, at the end of the day,
he did save lives.
Yeah, and it wasn't called. That didn't happen because of him. It was like a malfunction, and because of his knowledge, his skill, he saved everyone minus like what 1 or 2 or 3.
But because he was impaired, it all fell on him.
But yeah, man, Denzel was great. John Goodman was good too as a drug dealer. Oh my god, bro! Don't touch the merch, motherfucker.
Yeah,
he was great.
Yeah, I enjoy that movie.
Oh yeah, man. Denzel killed that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised.
Yeah,
I
I was surprised by it.
Did they get that? I think did they get part of that story from Sully? Like the actual, because I mean, with the airplane, and then all of a sudden you see, like, you know, the Tom Hanks, you know, he did Sully based on a true story.
Yeah,
and
then
there
Captain
you go.
Phillips did that.
No, that was way before. Sully came out like a few years ago.
I know, but
Oh, okay.
he Tom Hanks did both those roles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about Captain Phillips and Sully?
yeah, Sully,
I still haven't seen Sully.
which technically are both, survival,
Okay.
saving the crew of something.
We mentioned Two Guns. I love Two Guns. Mark Wahlberg. Two Guns was
Marky
Den-
Mark and Denzel Washington.
When Denzel pulled up in the car, even Mark Wahlberg mentioned how cool that was when he pulled up in the car. Just like, got the money right here. I was like, bro, why is Denzel so? Dude had a gun to his balls and he was still just cool. It ain't there. I can guarantee you that. That's why I love Two Guns, because as mediocre as the story was, I mean, we've seen that so many times.
Yep.
It's the chemistry between Washington and Wahlberg was what made that movie so enjoyable.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand is a lot of times people don't actually focus on the chemistry of characters. And one thing I love most of all in movies, especially if you watch my monologues, I care most about character. And as long as characters can sell the story, I don't care what issues I have with that story, because the characters themselves can carry it through.
Example, Lockout.
Mm-hmm.
Lockout with Guy Pearce. That movie was just, honestly, if you take out Guy Pearce, trash. Guy Pearce, along with that character, was what made the movie enjoyable.
Yep, because he was funny. He was just someone you would like to sit and have a drink with.
Yeah, so characters, honestly, characters and actors can make or break a movie.
Yep.
Like, what's a movie?
Battlefield Earth.
You put Ryan Reynolds in that, it's gonna be a shitty movie, but I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you let Ryan Reynolds do him.
What movie?
You said Battlefield Earth. I was trying to say how characters
like-
and actors can make or break.
Well, John Travolta was
Yeah, that-
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah,
and-
but nobody really. John Travolta is not that good of an actor. He's
yeah,
whatever.
and well, that whole movie was trash to begin with.
So you could have put him and John Wick, and it wouldn't have been as good.
You know,
Because
that's a
one,
Keanu
he
Reeves
would
movie.
exactly one, he would not have been able to perform anything, and just the way he would have portrayed it would have been whack. But again, an actor like Keanu that can pull off stuff like that and portray that emotion that was needed for the movie pulls it off. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Did you use emotion for Keanu Reeves?
exactly, because the emotion wasn't there. Like you think John Travolta could have pulled off that?
No, he did terrible in Pelham.
Exactly. Therefore, it's like, even though John Wick's emotion is just seeing John Travolta do that,
I can see John. That's the thing. Certain actors can be swapped out, because I could honestly see Denzel in that role.
it's John Wick.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Just imagine that.
Because and then he actually be able to put some emotion in.
Yeah,
there.
into certain scenes, and the fact that he just gets the training to be able to run down halls, knowing the correct way to handle firearms.
Yeah.
You're golden.
Okay, but yeah, Two Guns was only good primarily for
Characters.
The characters. All right, what you think of Magnificent Seven?
You know what? I completely forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I watched that movie like a few months ago, and I was like, bro, this movie is still as good as the day I first saw it.
I still prefer the original.
I haven't seen the original,
Yeah.
but I mean, bro, Chris Pratt is great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Ethan Hawke. I
think
enjoyed the entire crew.
It's the casting for it that
Yeah.
actually works.
What's his name? Vincent. When I played Kingpin.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he was good, bro. I was like, I didn't expect him to be talking like this.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what? Like, I enjoyed the whole crew, and the action was dope. And like I said, I never seen the original or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, when only was it 3 of them made it? I was like, damn.
Yep.
I also enjoyed Ethan Hawke also, because he's supposed to be like this badass. He's like an excellent shot, and then he has PTSD. Once it comes time for shit to start flying down, it's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I thought Magnificent Seven was good, and it was Denzel in the cowboy movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It was Saving Private Ryan.
How?
Everybody goes there to basically save one group of people.
Okay.
And the majority of them all die.
Nigga, if Matt Damon was the person they were going for, I'd have been so mad. Fences, we talked about. Fences was again, performances
performance.
is what made it just watchable for one time for me, though, because it's
Yeah.
set on the play, and then even the play was like just them at the house trying to build up a
technically,
fence.
that's what plays are. Plays are just in once. That's what I don't like. Is just like the whole thing was them building a fence.
Mhm.
They were trying to make everything so powerful, emotionally powerful off of a fence. So just like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever works.
Uh.
But it was everything else that's going on
Yeah.
while they're building it.
Equalizer 2, we talked about it.
Yep.
Like I said, it was boring. I mean, like they were focusing on him as an Uber driver. Like I didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was still action wise. He was still getting it though. But the kills were just like it wasn't like no battle. It was just him killing everybody. Like at the end. And like, honestly, the only good thing about that movie was him and the kid. Like, bro,
Yep.
what he say? What he say? Man ain't spelled G-U-N. I was like, bro. Like he was a father right there, bro. Like who the hell are you? I'm your father. Your mama didn't tell you about me. I was like, bro, God, you got me wanting to watch that
Just for that.
for a few scenes.
But that's the thing. It's just like characters can make you enjoy something far more than you would have originally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a new one. I don't think you watched it. The movie The Little Things.
Nope. I did not watch it.
Okay, so that movie, I wasn't enjoying it until the last scene because that movie. Denzel and what's his name? The weird one that's in everything now. He was what is he? What is his name? Let me look at it right now. Rami Malek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of them are cops. Trying to track down this killer, and then they think Jared Leto was Jared Leto was the main suspect. So it's another movie where Jared Leto was acting weird. Jared Leto.
Isn't he always acting weird now?
That's what I said. It's another movie where he's acting weird.
It's like all he ever does now is just act
So
weird.
Jared Leto was cool. All three actors were cool, but the entire movie they're going after Jared Leto. But it's like y'all only think that he's a suspect. Y'all don't really have information except he's just sitting there saying like, "Oh yeah, I know this body and all that." And then once we get to it, Jared Leto has Rami Malek digging up all these holes and he's kind of like taunting them, and then Rami Malek gets fed up and hits him in the head with the shovel and accidentally kills him. And then Denzel comes and they cover up the body, blah blah blah, and it's kind of like the end of the movie.
Really?
You still don't know who the killer is. I'm guessing like the whole point of the movie is the fact that Denzel was kind of like consumed by this because the reason the reason everybody didn't like Denzel was the fact that he accidentally killed one of the hostages. Because they were like looking in like the woods, and next thing you know, he heard something, turned around, accidentally shot her.
But nothing's actually said, right?
No, they show it.
Oh, okay.
And they cover it up and say like, oh, she died, by him. So because they know it was an accident. So yeah, so basically he had this whole killer thing. He's been having that like kind of like consume him, kind of like haunt him, and he basically kind of like helped Rami Malek, basically saying like, hey yo, Jared Leto was a suspect. I found this. I found the barrette for the girl at his house, but really at the end he just bought a pack of barrettes and just because he sent the barrette to him, so he bought a pack of barrettes, sent it to him. That way, Rami Malek won't have that on his conscience forever, kind of like how Denzel did.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that was the whole point of this. I mean, like I get it, but it's pointless for me because all this was for nothing.
Yeah, there was no real outcome to anything.
No, it wasn't. But it has some good moments. Denzel was great. Like I said, all three actors were great in it. But as a whole, I see why people didn't like this movie. So I was like highly disappointed. But yeah, that's really about like the majority of them. Actually, we really did this because like the majority of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, I could see because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going nowhere. Let's like go on about because I don't think we've seen all his other movies. Like his beginning movies, like Carbon Copy, his very first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think I've seen one of his really early works. He did a movie called Paula.
Okay, that does sound familiar.
No, I'm sorry, Wilma.
Wilma, no.
Yep, that was
Nope.
his first one, 1977. Yep, I think he was 18. It was about a chick that became she jumped into the Olympics, and Denzel was like probably like 18, messed up teeth. That was his first role. I actually saw that. But yeah, we done went through the majority of the movies. I mean, have you seen The Mighty Quinn?
No.
For Queen and Country, Cry Freedom, Power, A Soldier. You seen Power?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I just remember the title.
Okay. Oh, it had Richard Gere in it. A Soldier Story.
No. I've been wanting to watch that one, though.
A Pelican Brief.
That sounds familiar.
It's him and Julia Roberts.
Yes, I've seen it.
Is it good?
I can't remember.
Okay.
That's the thing with this older work. It's just you watch it one time, and it's just like...
Okay. I just bought Mo Better Blues a while ago because it's a Spike Lee movie.
Still haven't seen that one.
I need to watch it. I see it's a musical too. I need to watch it though. It's Denzel and Spike Lee, and Wesley Snipes is in it.
Oh, nice.
Hey, and it's Spike Lee and Denzel. I gotta watch it. I already know it's good. Ooh, you should watch. Where is it at? Where is it at? I just saw it.
I know Fallen already.
No, where? No, not Fallen. What? I'm mad. No, I just saw
I already
it.
saw Crimson Tides.
It was another movie, Devil in a Blue Dress.
I haven't seen that one.
Denzel is like a private eye, and then Don Cheadle, I think, is like his friend. And Don Cheadle crazy as hell. I actually watched that back in high school and in class. That movie's actually good. I bought that. Yeah, you should definitely check that out.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we done went over. Okay. This is the movie. Surprisingly, I wanted to see this movie. It's based off of William Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
Because even Keanu Reeves is in it.
Yep.
I was
Much
like, wait
Ado
a minute.
About Nothing.
And it's just a comedy. It's a comedy.
You've
too.
never seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw a trailer for it like not too long ago. I was like, wait a minute. It's a comedy, a Shakespeare comedy.
Yep.
With Keanu and Denzel.
Yep. Much Ado About Nothing.
And Keanu Reeves actually showing emotion. I gotta see this. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, I need to watch this.
It's a fun movie, actually.
I need to watch this.
For the when it was made, it's actually pretty good.
And it's a young Denzel, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'm going to have to check that out. But, yeah, we done basically covered the majority of all his movies.
Yeah, I can't believe I completely forgot about Book of Eli. I freaking love that movie.
Hey, have you seen The Preacher's Wife?
No, I haven't.
I saw that movie back in the day when it came out. It was actually a good movie because Denzel is an angel. And I forgot why he come down there, but I know he's basically just chilling with this preacher and the preacher's wife, which is played by Whitney Houston. And it's actually a good movie. You should check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
There are a ton of movies that of his that I still need to check out. That's the thing is like when someone becomes well known, it's their main hit movies that everyone tends to forget their older stuff.
Yep.
Just like I hadn't seen Crimson Tide before, but I finally got to watch it and I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I really like Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm. That's what I say. Like, I felt, yeah. You know, that's the thing. Like I said, I can't even say Denzel. To say Denzel, like, he's mostly hit or...
Yeah, just a fly.
To say Denzel is mostly, like, is always hit or miss, that's a no. It's rare that you watch a Denzel movie and it's whack.
Yeah.
Like, for me, lately, it was only... Equalizer 2 and the one I just watched, Little Things.
Yeah.
By the way, did you ever see that movie, Roman J. Esquire?
No.
Okay.
No.
I Wikipedia that movie. I was like, huh, okay, he died. Like, Denzel died?
Because I was interested because the trailer made it look interesting.
Yeah.
But there was something about it that just made me go like, I don't think I want to watch it.
I was interested because of that big ass afro.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Hey, was it me? Was he a little chunky in that movie too?
He was chunky.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, okay, what the hell? But yeah, it was Denzel, so of course you're gonna be interested. But then I hear, people saying like, oh, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I was like, So I just kind of Wikipedia to see what it was about. Basically, I think he was like a lawyer, and then there's a guy that was like in something, and he was just like, hey, this is where this is at, and please do not tell nobody because I can get killed or whatever. And basically, there's a reward, and he mentioned it. The guy got killed in prison. He got the reward money and just started, kind of like living lavish. And then finally, a guy popped back up that was part of that, and was just like, hey, I'm gonna kill your ass. So you did this and did that. And yeah, he got killed at the end. They don't even show it.
Yeah.
They don't even show it.
So it kind of ends like Unbreakable?
Not that. They don't do no, because he's on the phone, because Colin Farrell was in it.
Oh, okay.
And he's trying to rush to him, and then all of a sudden, Denzel's on the phone talking, and a car pulls up, and then all you hear is gunshots. And you don't even see his body. You just see the phone on the floor. I was like, fuck.
That's weak.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're going to kill Denzel, you kill him.
Yeah,
you put him on some training day shit.
Yeah, you put him all training day.
You shoot him to the point where the afro comes off.
Or Book of Eli type stuff. Yeah, you shoot him in the gut and have him walk several miles till he dies.
He hasn't died that much anymore. He's only died in Glory, Training Day,
Book of
Eli, Safe House. I was surprised he died in Safe House. I'm like, hey.
Yep,
hey,
Safe House.
Here you go. I'm a guy.
Roman J. Esquire.
Yeah, I love doing this. When Ryan Reynolds tried to pull him up, I got it. I can guarantee you that. I was like, nah. I'm like, Denzel gonna wake up. Denzel don't die, especially in an action movie with Ryan Reynolds. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No. This is an action movie, bro. I didn't take it serious. You run that back.
Yeah, but that was a good movie. That was a serious movie.
No, Safe House was dope, bro. Cause it was like Born Identity in terms of like, I say Born Identity in terms of like action, like how it was like one of those like CIA spy movies,
Yep.
and it was like the action was more serious. Because one of the dope action movies was when action scenes was when Ryan Reynolds was fighting the homeboy in the safe house, and you got Denzel just handcuffed, just watching it, and there's no music. So I thought that scene was just great.
That's I think where you realize how serious it actually is
When there's like no music.
Yep. Because you just hear the punching of fists,
The punching, the grunting,
yeah.
all that stuff.
Everything there is just like this is gonna go hard on the serious route.
Yeah,
there's not gonna be no jokes around.
Because Denzel couldn't do nothing, so he just said, "I gotta just watch it and pray for the best." So yeah, I have to watch that eventually again.
Yeah.
Hey, Denzel, man.
That's the thing is like now we gotta rewatch a ton of Denzel Washington movies.
Then that's another thing. I hate when actors. It's like they all their entire career they just do dramas, and then finally like, okay, I'm 50, I'm 60, let's do an action movie. It's like Denzel. They're like it's. And people think like, oh, he's doing an action movie. There's nothing wrong with action movies. It's how you make them. It's the story. It's the characters. It's not like he's doing Fast and Furious, which, by the way, he was supposed to do the role that Kurt Russell had. That was supposed to be Denzel. You don't think Denzel that'd have been bad for Denzel? I mean, because let's be real.
Fast makes money, and people would have loved to have Denzel Washington.
And it would have been better than it's better. I'd rather him do that than Equalizer 2.
Yeah. But honestly, I'd rather him play a villain.
Oh no, give him a villain role.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I like to see characters who people idolize so much playing characters they normally don't.
That's what made DiCaprio and Django so great. Because I was like, wait a minute, I was like DiCaprio as a slave owner.
Yep, that was amazing.
Perfect. That was that's why I say that's why I say I think DiCaprio was a better actor. That's why I say DiCaprio was a better actor than Denzel.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like Denzel.
He kind of stays in his comfort zone.
Denzel isn't an actor. He's Denzel Washington in every movie, just imagining different situations in his life. That's the best way I can put it.
Yep.
But like
DiCaprio,
he when he was a slave owner, he was a slave owner. You literally see a slave owner. When he's what is it, a Wall Street dude?
Yep.
You literally see the coked up Wall Street dude.
They should put Denzel in Django.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Denzel.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, if
Django and Zorro.
If they ever do a sequel, they should have Denzel as older Django.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking.
Wait a minute. Jamie Foxx is already like 50.
Yep. Already very old.
Is he really going? Is he going to like turn like into Denzel 16 years later?
Yeah. And whatever happened to Antonio Banderas?
You know what's funny? I was watching TV and then Legend of Zorro popped up.
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing. What happened? Because I was just telling a friend about Desperado.
Yep. Yeah, because I was thinking it's just like, because it just popped into my head with you remember Expendables? Yeah, with Antonio Banderas wanting to kill somebody. So I was thinking Denzel Washington and Antonio Banderas in a role. Why not?
Yeah, so I can tell we're definitely like winding down because now we're just talking about DiCaprio, Banderas.
Need to cut it out. It's almost been 2 hours anyway.
Right. Oh my God, dude! Why we ain't got to edit this?
Yeah. But freaking Book of Eli, Man on Fire, Remember the Titans, John Q. Whew.
My top 5
Training Day.
I think my top 5 can easily be Remember the Titans, and Remember the Titans is number 1. Everything goes just out of order.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans, Training Day, John Q. Oh God, I got 2 left. Man on Fire. I give Man on Fire because that was great. And then my last one.
He Got Game.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. He got game.
Yeah, you told me about that one several times.
Yeah,
so
I forgot.
I'm assuming.
I wasn't thinking about that. He got game. Absolutely.
Yeah, Book of Eli just because of that huge kind of Saw ending. Just like, whoa.
And Mila Jovovich is in that movie and she gets naked.
Not really.
Yes, she does. Not
that I remember.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. He's talking about He Got Game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she gets naked because she's a hooker.
Oh, okay.
And the theme song by Public Enemy, He Got Game.
She likes to get naked in movies.
Right? Apparently. I can't wait to do a movie with her. But Paul, hey, Paul, I know this is your wife, but I'm gonna make this scene real, bruh. I got you. I'm gonna make you proud.
Make it quick.
No.
All right, I think that's
about it, man.
Denzel Washington, I love you, man.
That's how you know we love Denzel, bro. It's been like 2 hours, but then again, we also backtrack. So
Well, we jumped around, especially earlier on. And honestly, I think it added another 10 minutes as soon as you brought up the Book of Eli, because I had completely spaced out about that movie. And that movie I absolutely love.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, Book of Eli.
Yep. Yeah. And that's what's funny. It was in my library. I was planning on watching it the other day. I just didn't get to it.
I was planning on watching He Got Game the other day too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, yeah, he just an amazing actor.
Screw that. Remember the Titans and He Got Game in my top 2.
I would love to meet him.
Denzel?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would love to meet him. I normally don't care for actors because let's face it, they're actors and they're literally paid to play characters that are smarter than them.
Yeah.
But Denzel Washington just seems like one of those chill dudes that I'd like to talk with. I'd like to have a normal conversation with.
Oh, you know how I've been watching like the I Love New York and Flavor of Love. One of the guys, Mr. Boston from I Love New York, he liked my post. Hey, that's childhood right there. The fact that somebody that I've been watching like crazy. Hey, Ma, remember Mr. Boston? He liked my Instagram post. I'm gonna call Brianna afterwards. Like, Brianna,
send him a message.
No, fuck all. I ain't doing all that. But yeah, Denzel Washington. That's also one of my top 10 favorite actors too.
Yeah, same. I love you, man.
Top five.
I love you, man.
Yes, Denzel. Oh yeah. So hey, bro, when it's my turn and you be like, hey, I'll see you at work. You better watch this video before you see me at work, bro. When we doing a movie.
Yeah, that's something. That's funny. It's just like some of my top 10 actors are like Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. Just like, dang. And there's supposed to be a higher white population than there is black, and here they already have a better population in my top 5.
Right. Right. But yeah, man, Denzel's great. Like, yeah, throw the roses to him before he passed, because I don't want all of a sudden the second he passed, oh yeah, I like Denzel Washington too. You know, the second somebody passes, that's when everybody loves him.
Everyone starts praising their movies. It was like, oh, I love this one too, and then it's just like everyone hated that movie. Why are you talking about it now?
Oh man, DMX was such a great rapper. Really? Can you name like 5 songs that wasn't on the radio about? R.I.P. by the way. Don't do that. Like, yeah, you like Denzel, check out his movie, support his work. That's why I don't bootleg.
Yeah.
If it's a movie I really love, especially by an actor that is one of my favorites, I'm going to the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an app to where I can watch all the movies.
I like to buy them. I like to buy them because let's face it, I hate going to. I enjoy the theaters, but I hate the theaters because you always have that one woman that brings her annoying kids that don't shut up. And surprisingly, I would rather have the black dude that doesn't stop talking during the movie. I've never actually come across that.
Oh, you know what's funny? There was a scene. I know it's stand up, and some guy was like, I think they were watching like Black Panther. They was watching something. It was a white guy with his girlfriend, and he's like, man, I wonder what it's like being. She said something like, you want to know what it's like to be with a black woman? He's like, yeah, and he said she started talking throughout the entire movie. Oh, like that was foul.
Oh my gosh.
But what the fuck was I talking about?
That's funny. Yeah, because that's the problem I have with theaters. Is just like
theaters. Yes, I was watching. What's the movie? Oh my god. It's a Johnny Depp movie. Public Enemies. Watching Public Enemies, bro. And front row, somebody brought their baby. The baby was crying, and then
respect for you, Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Oh, fuck Amber Heard.
Yeah, you would.
That too. And I'm not even gonna say nothing else because I already said the N word with a hard R like 20 times. I don't need to add anything else, especially with how people are sensitive now, because now I'm not a woman, so I can't say what I was going to say.
Well, but you can be. Just say you identify.
Some
theater. Something about theater. The woman. Public Enemy.
I was about to say somebody should pull a Clockwork Orange on Amber Heard.
Oh.
Didn't they rape that girl in that movie?
They raped an old lady.
In Clockwork Orange?
Mm-hmm. While he was humming Singing in the Rain.
That's the scene I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It's an old lady.
Oh, that's an old lady?
It's an old lady.
Oh, my God. That's even horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. It's hard to even remember Singing in the Rain, the song, because he's...
Well, you know what? That should happen to Amber Heard, but this is what they're humming. The Birds of the Caribbean. Okay, that's gonna be horrible. Yeah. But so yeah.
Well, then it should be an old man. Reverse the roles.
I don't care. Fuck Amber Heard. I pray that everything bad happens to her for fucking over Johnny Depp.
Yeah, we've gotten off topic here. Thank you all for watching.
Yes.
Talk to you next time.
But once the movie was over and the baby kept crying, these four dudes like, "Hey yo, isn't that baby that was crying?" They're like, "Yeah, fuck that baby," in front of the parents. I'm like, that's what you get. But thank you for watching. Denzel Washington is one of our favorites, and hey, comment down below one of your favorite Denzel Washington movies. Boom.
Yeah, make it simple.
Yeah, let them interact. And as always, I will see y'all next time. Toodles.
Well, we got to remember one thing. They would have to get to the very end to actually realize
They
hear
really
you
do.
say that.
They really do.
We're sorry, y'all. Peace.
And remember, one tool plus one tool is two tools. Almost messed it up.
You just really ruined it.
I ruined it, didn't it?
Toodles.